everybody. Peace, 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 peace. Welcome to the main attraction on this midweek live stream in the Fashion Bunker. Wait, what happened? Something. Hi, Amy Pickett. Hi, Steph. Hi, Didi Bean. Hi, Debbie. V Sense. Maria Almasani, Royal House. Liz M. Grant Ramirez. Stephanie M. Let me scroll up to see who else is there. Pau, Teresa McGuire, Jody R, Melanie Rice, Tina, Gigi, A, Linda Nolasco, Corey K, Jedi Monkey. Hi everybody. Beverly, Stanley, Emotion Engine, Elijah. Oh, hi Kev. Didn't see you earlier. Wait, did I see an eggplant emoji? What was it? Hi Beverly, hi James, hi the luxury bucket Liz. DDB says, I love pink. Oh, look on you. Thank you, DD. Hi Sandra, hi from Europe. I'm feeling safe here. What is that pickpocket myth all about? Sandra, do you remember in Italy there's that lady that keeps running showing all the pickpockets, and then she says she films it and posts it on TikTok. An older lady with short hair, she's kind of the Italian equivalent of a Karen. And then she shoots her videos and she's like, borseggiatrici, or if they're male, borseggiatori, pickpocket, borseggiatori. And then she films them and they run away. It's hilarious. But yeah, it's a big problem in Europe, and not just in Europe, but Europe. And let me tell you, Liz and Linda, thumb up the live stream, first of all, you guys. We got one heck. Hi, Sue. Hi, Miss B.
Hello.
Hi, Oshidi. Oh, A, you look great. Thank you so much, guys. Let me just tell you, thumb up the live stream. It's really important because, YouTube has been down, by the way, a little bit. Something has been glitching since yesterday or 2 days ago. And numbers aren't, right. And the algorithm went down. So, my latest video got, 0 views. And I'm like, the topic wasn't that bad, was it? So we really need those thumbs, you guys. Now, when it comes to pickpockets and Europe, as opposed to, let's say, America, a lot of main central cities in Europe are very small, very tight streets. Paris, Rome, Napoli, Milano, Madrid, Barcelona. So very crowded. Very, very crowded. A lot of people pushing through. There's not a lot of space. Streets are not that big. And it's so easy. The subway, the entire transportation system in Europe, which is very well developed, it's so easy to, In America, it's a little bit different, unless you're not in New York, where there's a subway system where that can also happen. As soon as you got a subway system, pickpockets thrive. But the rest of America, there's not really a good infrastructure when it comes to transportation systems. So it's not like pickpocket. It happens a lot in America as well. But America usually does it in a different way. They're just going to point a gun at you. The good old classic way. They're not going to try to delicately, they either break the window of your car and they'll just snatch whatever they want, or they're just, we'll go. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Jolie. Simple Opinion. Linda Nolasco says, I saw your video yesterday and gave it a like. Strange YouTube. Oh, thank you, Linda. I'm glad you watched that video. Hi, Mahora. Hi, Aperol Spritz. So this is what happens. By the way, I'm wearing Adidas, or Adidas, as they would say in Romania. And because it's the Olympics, you guys. The Olympic Games are starting. Do we actually care?
Yes.
I don't. Does anybody give a half a hi, Pumpkin Ziggy? I was shocked when I found out that LA has a metro. Yes, LA does have a metro system and a bus system. But people don't use it because it's dangerous. No, it's not that dangerous, but it's relatively affordable, though, But it's very undeveloped. It's not like European metro systems, you guys. Not yet, at least. I'm curious to watch the mess it will be. So let me ask again, you guys. Do we care about the Olympic Games this year?
Clap if you care. All right, let's move on. Perfect.
Great. So here's looking extra glossy and smooth. Oh, thanks, Kev. I combed it 50 times, to give it that sheen. Sometimes I want it to look more fluffy, but then it just looks, weird. But then it just looks like frizzy, even though it's not frizzy, but on camera it appears frizzy. So then I have to do it like 5 or 6 times, because the first time you do it with the brush, it electrifies, it gets the static electricity and it gets all even more frizzy, but then you do it a few times more and then it kind of settles down. Stanley says, Olympics today isn't the same back in the day. Rachel says, and I love Paris, but I lived there for a long time. So, right. I mean, Steph says, mildly interested in the Olympics for the drama. Hi, Heaven. Heaven says, no, I used to watch gymnastics and ice skating, but no, I don't care. Oshidi says, I miss the good old days of them competing naked. Oh, back in the good old ancient Greek days, the ancient Greeks invented the Olympic Games, and yes, they would play them naked. Well, Oshidi, I actually have a topic for you. So we're going to talk about the Olympics just at the beginning, but we have fashion shenanigans to talk about also in the Olympics, but we got fashion topics to cover today, quite a few. And Louis Vuitton is involved, and Margiela is involved, and Chanel is involved. So there's a lot to cover. And shade, if you ask the right questions, I might deliver the shade, but I would need the right questions first. So anyway, the Olympic Games. Oh, Terry, my love. Thank you so much, sweetie.
Teresa McGuire donated $70.
Hit it, Bubbles, for Terry. Yeah! Thank you, Terry. Thank you so much. And good reminder also to remind you that this live stream is brought to you by MacBook Terrie. Terry and hubby sent over the MacBook, which is literally the only reason why we're still live streaming, because the technology is with us. The technology is with us, and the MacBook Terry is fantastic. Also, all of the autumn and fall and Halloween videos that you see on Totally, oop, my brush just fell, that you see on Totally Dacob, on my pop culture channel, I edited all those videos also with MacBook Terry. So we'll go. Thank you so much, Terry. And oh, right. I wanted to remind you also that until July 26th, you can get your merch Ray-Bat with the discount code HEATWAVE20 on www.superdacob.com. That's where you can get the merch. All kinds of merch from my channel. You get the FOMO merch, the AI Bubbles merch that Bubbles generated herself. You get the Live and Ferret merch, the Die and Ferret merch. You get the Super Dacob merch. You get the Day Cult merch. I mean, you name it, it's all there, from t-shirts to caps to hoodies to blankets to stickers to mugs to glasses, jackets, leggings, pants, socks, you name it, it's there. So the sale, the 20% off sale is going on until the 26th of July at www.superdacob.com with the coupon code HEATWAVE20. Yes, and I have an example here of a couple of my... Oh my God, I'm losing everything today. It's been one heck of a week. I'm just oh... It was a painful week. We'll talk about it. We got the Live and Ferret. This one is on Amazon, though. Only. This color is not available in the Super Dacob website. Then we got, oh yes, The Journey. Wink, wink. Catch my drift. The classic Super Dacob shirt. And so much more. So much more, you guys. In different qualities as well. Different cotton blends. There's a little bit for everybody. So, thanks, Terry. So happy MacBook Pro is doing great. It is doing great. Jody R says, I find myself yelling about the horses. Makes me irrationally angry. You're yelling about the horses? Which horses? At the Olympics? Wait, what nail polish are we got? Oh, somebody noticed the nail polish. Thumb up the live stream. Check out the nail polish. Yes. Very 80s. And on my screen here, it appears way more pink than it's actually much more light. It is a super 80s pink. And truth be told, I've been waiting 1 year to find it. And I saw it first somewhere on social media. I only did one coat after showering. I could have done two. Well, anyway. And I could not find it anywhere. I could not find it anywhere. And now I finally got it, you guys. And this is, I have it here. If you want it, by the way, it's available on Amazon. I can post an affiliates link, but guess what? I have a sneaky suspicion it's been discontinued because on Amazon it says there's only 13 left. So I don't know, but it's like $6. So no big deal. But anyway, here's the affiliate link to Amazon. There you go. And it's Revlon, baby. And the quality is amazing, just FYI. And it is 271 Extravagant. Come on. There you go. 271 Extravagant. I didn't get the chance to clean up this nail. Because I usually, if it touches my skin, I can clean it off later, but I didn't have the time today, so what have you. 271 Extravagant. This thing is amazing. First of all, not available in Italy. Oh no, cinnamon roll. I know this is super rare. It really, and I'm not just saying this because I'm like, look, I got it. It's rare. I know because I've been suffering for 1 year trying to find this. And the brush in this nail polish is light years better than Chanel, okay? The liquid consistency of it is amazing. It applies so easily. This is just one coat. This is just one coat. And I did not have the time to clean off the sides, but look how little it kind of went on my skin. I'll clean this up later, just with a bit of water. But it applies so clean and pristine. Oh my God, you guys, what are you doing? There's only 6 left. There were 13 when I posted the link. There were 13 of these. Now there's only 6. You guys are crazy. But anyway, it's my favorite nail polish. I've been waiting for such a long time to get it. Quality is pristine. Love me good old Revlon. And 271 is the color. Extravagant. It's so 80s. I mean, yeah, guys. Look at this beautiful pearlescent, what do they call it? Super lustrous nail enamel, vernis. There you go. I know, such an influence. Kev says 50% off with the code shop with Dacob. It's only $6, you guys. I think if you buy this through my affiliate link, I get 0.001 cent, maybe. It's also 14% off. Oh yeah, it is 14%. Yeah. So instead of $6.99, it's $6. But you know what? Chanel is like over $40, and I really much prefer this one. It does not chip that easily like Chanel does, okay? I love the consistency of it, and I love the brush. The brush is really, really cool. Don't over-apply it. I made the mistake with the first, I did my thumb, and I thought it's the consistency of a Chanel nail polish, so I dunked a ton of it on. Big mistake. Big mistake. You really need just a little bit, and then it spreads out so nicely because it's nice and fluid, nice and liquid. It is very Barbie. It's super Barbie, you guys. This thing is like extremely Barbie, but in a good 80s way. I adore it. So took me a year, but finally got it. Tam says, love the color. So Barbie, they won't ship to Australia. Hold on, let me post the link again for whoever missed my link. One last time before it's gone. There you go. You get your opportunity to get the nail polish before it's gone. And Kev says, Terry says love. It's gorgeous, isn't it, Terry? No, I don't use any base coat or top coat with this. No. 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 I just apply it as is, and just let's see how long it lasts, if it chips or not, whatever. It's fun. It's just a fun little pink color. Speaking of pink and fun colors, before we get to Olympic Games, I'm really so I've had a tough week this week. 2 days ago, I wake up with I cannot turn my neck, completely blocked neck. I got like a whiplash or something, and it still hurts like crazy. And then throughout the day, my stomach starts hurting. And I'm like, well, I don't have my appendix anymore, so what is this? But it's not hurting on the appendix side. It's hurting on the lower, not lower right, lower left side. And it doesn't hurt like the stomach on its own hurts. It hurts if I make certain movements. If I stand up and do certain movements. I don't know what it is, you guys, but like if I put pressure on it, it hurts like crazy. And it's somehow bloated. It started when I ate like a ton of fruit, and I think maybe there's a combination of fruits that really messed with me, and it kind of bloated some of my intestines, and it's not like going out, although I can go to the bathroom. I have a regular stool, as they call it. So Cinnamon Roll says it's probably air conditioning. You have it in the house. I do have air conditioning in the house, but why would my stomach hurt from air conditioning? Hernia? No, I didn't lift anything heavy. Wait, Corey K, hernia? Isn't hernia like where in the testicle area? Oh my God, did I get a random hernia? From what would I get a hernia though? Don't you like get a hernia when you lift something heavy? Well, anyway, so I when I press, ooh, yeah, not good. I can get belly hernias. Well, really, you guys? Oh my God, the age is it's catching up with me. So Simmerl says it does that. Also, a friend of mine had the air conditioning. She thought it was indigestion. Really? Yeah, Stanley, I could be bewitched at this point. Seriously, like, what the hell? Hi, Letty. Hello, dear Dacob and Fashion Bunker fam. So happy to catch you live. Sorry to hear in pain, my dear. I know. It's like I never get a week's rest. And this next situation, you guys, so, oh my God. This area, if I, oh my God, this spot here, if I press this spot, I get like an electric shock of pain going through to the back. It's so bizarre, and it's right there. On my bone here, next to the bone. Johnny says your spleen is in this area. It can be inflamed. You got to be kidding me. What am I? Spleen? Really? Heaven says, oh, spleen and neck. Mono? Mono what? You guys, oh my God. Telling you what I have, it's literally, it's like Googling what I got. You're literally giving me all the symptoms of the world. Vicent says gallbladder symptoms. If it gets bad, you may have stones. Okay. Great. Debbie's like, you need a doctor. What is it with health issues for everyone right now? Like, sorry that you're hurting. Thank you so much. Gallbladder is usually the right side, says Heaven. Hi, Lois. How's it going, sweetie? Yeah, so the right side would be the side of the appendix as well, right? Hi, Gloria. How's it going, sweetie? Michelle says, neck spasm, bunch of doctors in the bunker, says Heaven. I know. Cha. Jolie says, only thing down there is descending and sigmoid colon. Well, love laugh. Gloria's like, what's wrong, Dacob? So left bottom side belly hurts if I press it. It's like a pain, and then when I lift my arm, but it hurts here and then here. But you know what? It hurts less now. 2 days later, this is getting better. Stomach is slowly getting better as well. We are falling apart, Debbie. I mean, I can speak for myself. I'm falling apart for sure. Cha. Gloria's like, does Jacob need me to take him to the ER? Not yet, Gloria, but who knows? According to the chat, I need to go to the doctor now. Heaven says lower right appendix. Yeah, my appendix is gone, so at least we don't have. Let me scroll up quickly and see what Terry said. Terry says, I was about to say constipation, but if you are going regularly, that would not be it. It could be IBS pain. Could be IBS pain. Also, yeah, I don't know. It's very bizarre. It's almost like a memory pain of after my surgery. After everything down there was operated and kind of sometimes things like turn. Mm. It's a weird feeling. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, yeah, OCD, you're completely right. Yoga, Pilates. I need to do sports, you guys. Like, I need to reactivate my body. Like, I can't vegetate anymore. The lockdown is over. There's no more excuses. No more excuses. And Jolie, it could be adhesions. I was thinking about that, adhesions due to surgery, but is it normal that that type of pain only appears? Like, how long ago was I operated now? It was March, April, May, June. Like 4 months later? Wait, really? April, May, June, July. Yeah, 4 months later. Like, do adhesions start to hurt 4 months later? Because it didn't hurt before. IBS can cause inflammation in intestines. Great. Steph says, I had emergency gallbladder surgery 15 years ago. My pain, hold on, let me scroll up. Sorry, it went down. My pain was not on the right side. It was in the middle of my abdomen. It can manifest differently by person. I see. We're not the same since 2019. I don't know when we are going to feel normal again. I haven't felt normal since 2019. Oh, maybe you pulled a muscle that was out of place from surgery. Gloria, possibly, but also in my sleep, I might have done something wrong. It happens to me sometimes, you guys. I mean, these weird pains. It happens, you know. I'm not the fittest at the moment, so I should start doing Pilates and all that shit, but I just ugh. Ugh. Pain after fruit could be IBS. Lots of fruit you cannot eat. Oh, Xavier. So that could be it. We're not the same. So, yes, what do you mean, Johnny? Yes, Dacob. When colon is full, adhesions take time to form. Oh. So I'm supposed to eat less, basically, is what you guys are telling me. Cimarol says, for the back, for me, is for sure the air conditioning. Oh, for the back. It causes inflammation to muscles. You have muscles in your abdomen as well. It might be use warming patches for both. Okay, good to know. Anywhere we touch inside patients can form adhesions, which look like spiderweb snot. Lovely. So, but can the adhesions form like 4 months later after the surgery? Heaven says gallbladder was painful. It started smack in the middle, but radiated to the upper right. Could be you have the wrong pillow. I definitely have the wrong pillow. I know that for sure. And I'm working on trying to find the right pillow now. And I have like 5 different ones that are all kind of on different levels. And I'm trying to find the position that makes me feel most comfortable. Kev says Dacob's turning into Spider-Man. No, Kev, Dacob's turning into a spider web. Hi, Zeitgeist. On another note, Dacob, I got my baby blue hoodie. Oh, congratulations, Gloria. Thank you so much. Debbie, seriously, there you go. We're going colonoscopy time. Yeah. No, I hope not. I hope we're not that far yet. Yeah, the neck thing makes sense either way. The AC, I think the tummy thing desperate. Mm, mm. Mary Smart. Yeah, I could get acupuncture. 2 Revlons left, you guys. We sold out the I can't believe we sold out the Revlons. Well, we'll go. There's only 2 left. Should Chanel make bed sheets and pillows? They already make pillows, guys, but like couch pillows they make. And they've made some blankets in the past. I don't know if they still do them. Yes, Gloria, this is the one I got. 271. Oh, there you go, Gloria. I posted the affiliate link to Amazon. The $6 nail polish that I've been looking for a year. We started off the live stream with 13 left, and now there's only 2 left. Cha, you guys we're selling out the Revlon. Can you sponsor me? Thank you very much. Hashtag not sponsored, but I wish I was. You know. I have gallbladder issues. No more sugar or fried food for me, says Jody. And to think that I was eating quite healthy the other day when the pain started. But it was the fruits, maybe. I don't know. Kev is like, FOMO. Well, the link is, I posted the link. There's only 2 left. Cling, 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 cling. Oh, Hershey Boy bought one. Tina, getting older vampires sucks. Yeah, tell me about it. Sleep on your classic flap and feel better. If I slept on my classic flap, not only would I get like another whiplash, but I would probably wake up with like a huge double C indented into my cheek or my eyeball or something. Rachel says, Dacob, the Ritz sells pillows and they are great. Maybe try one? The Ritz? The Ritz Carlton? Oh my God. I wish Chanel did talcum powder that smells like number 5. I would buy it now. Well, you could buy it secondhand on eBay or somewhere because they used to make it. They just stopped making it because the talcum was deemed cancerogenous, allegedly. And everything I say in this live stream is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. Rachel says, yes, the Ritz Carlton. Kev says, not the Ritz pillows. At least make sure it's dry. I cannot believe we cannot spend one live stream without mentioning this. Sifon B, yes, there will be Halloween merch. Working on it. Gloria's like brand new, not used pillow from the Ritz without any surprises. Spunky scented Ritz pillows without any surprises. Did you hear that Camilla carried just the other day a Lady Dior bag? Now, first of all, Dior is underneath the fire because of, the factories and subsidiaries and workers not being paid and blah, blah, blah. But Camilla was spotted wearing a Lady Dior bag. Lady Dior bag, which was named after Lady Diana. Interesting that she would choose to, wear a Lady Dior bag just now. But anyway, to each their own, to each their own. There you go. What do you know? I need a Chanel hair care line. It would be ridiculously expensive, but I'd buy, a Chanel hair care line. I don't know. Hi, Renegade Realtor. How's it going, sweetie? Oh, secret. Okay. No. Yeah, secret messages because Camilla invoking Lady Diana. I don't know. Anyway. Linda in Alaska says, so disrespectful of Camilla. Gloria says, yes, but I get the feeling she wouldn't even know that. Someone must have given it to her to use, a stylist. Oh, you think? You think she didn't buy it? Or Chally bought it for her. The poverty of it all. Speaking of poverty, let's talk about poverty for a second. Let's talk about the Olympic Games in Gay Paris. Now, there's several things I want to touch base on, and one of the things that I want to touch base on is the Olympic logo. Have you guys seen the Olympic logo? So there's a huge kind of meme going around the internet. I don't want to call it a scandal just yet, but it might become a scandal. So the logo of the Paris Summer 2024 Olympic Games is a flame, but many people on the interwebs have noticed that there is a similarity, an uncanny similarity to one Mary J. Blige. Hit it, Bubbles. Well, what do you know? What do you know? Look at that. Will you look at that? Will you look at that? So, Paris 2024. Okay, we'll go. This is their, look at that trademark, by the way. Look at that TM. Look at that little trademark logo. Yeah, with the flame, with the Olympic flame, but it is a woman's head with lips, yeah? But the Olympic flame, yeah? And then Mary J. Blige. Well, what do you know? Gloria's like, oh my God, it's her. Simmer was like, why her? Now I can't unsee it. So it's Mary J. Blige. So I'm thinking, how could they trademark this if this is Mary J. Blige? Mary, my dear, I think you might have a really, really profitable lawsuit on your hands, darling. Her bob is bobbing. Yes, Heaven. Definitely. Definitely. So, if I were her, I would totally take advantage, says Pau. Oh my God. I mean, Mary J. Blige, like you need to make money off of this somehow. Somehow. Um, Mary J. Blige, she's so beautiful. I adore her, love her music, love her. She's a queen, icon, legend. And how dare they steal and snatch her image? Anyway, so this is how the Olympic Games began for me. But then how did the Olympic Games begin for the Olympians, for the actual athletes? Well, according to several reports, allegedly, many of these athletes are complaining that France did not deliver when it comes to the Olympic Village. You know, for every Olympic game, there is the so-called Olympic Village where all the athletes per country, they all get their little areas. Every country has its own area, but like hotels are built up. There's a lot of money that goes into the Olympic Games, like investments, flooding the city in which the Olympic Games are going to take place. Ow, hurt myself again. And this is a situation where the quite a few Olympic athletes have been complaining, saying that the dorms, wherever they're sleeping, are really subpar. Like they can't even get a good rest. They can't really sleep well. Everything looks like poverty. It's like really ratchet, in other words. And I'm like, interesting how the Olympic Games are always connected to billions of dollars. And yet the athletes seem to be treated like poverty. I don't know. And and then these athletes, you would think, well, they get sponsored by brands. Well, apparently not every athlete gets sponsored. Not every athlete becomes rich when they are an Olympian. Some become rich, but some don't. And what happens to the ones that don't? We're going to get to that in just a second. But first, I want to touch base on who will be presenting the Olympic medals. And how will the Olympic medals in Paris be presented? Well, guess who one of the biggest sponsors of the Olympic Games 2024 in Paris is? Good old Bernie, Bernard Arnault, LVMH got their paws on to the Olympic Games, and in fact, they have developed the trays. The Louis Vuitton trays to deliver the medals, the bronze, the silver, and the gold. I have pictures. Let me show you. Okay. So we got the Damier Ebene. So Louis created the Damier Ebene presentation cases. Louis Vuitton did not design the actual medals. Another jeweler, French jeweler, designed the medals. But for certain winners and carriers of the medal, Louis Vuitton designed the clothes. So, well, la-dee-da, Debbie, right? Gloria says, oh la la. Kev says, those hats, though, I know. I mean, they do not seem happy models. And actually, I mean, it is what it is, you guys. But the medals are created by jeweler Chaumet. The outfits for Team France are designed by Berluti for the opening ceremonies, and the trunks to house the medals and torches are produced by Louis Vuitton. The group lifted the lid on the unisex outfits for the medal bearers, who are selected from national sports federations across France. Louis Vuitton states, we have designed an elegant, sober, comfortable outfit so that the medal bearers can do their job in the best conditions with hundreds of millions of pairs of eyes around the world focused on them, Bernard Arnault said. The style of the unisex uniforms, I think, do we have another picture? Let me see. I guess they emptied the whole stadium. They entered and everybody decided to leave. They're like, you know what? No. You know what?
You look
See ya.
tall.
See ya. Don't want to be ya. And they are, and the style of the unisex uniforms consisting of a polo shirt, loose pants, and a traditional gavroche cap. Oh, how very Les Miserables of them. I just can't wait to see Anne Hathaway with half her hair lost singing a song with them. A gavroche cap is a nod to the last time Paris hosted the Olympics in 1924, coinciding with the birth of sportswear. The garments emphasize fluidity and freedom of movement, LVMH said in a statement. They are the work of an internal LVMH uniform design team led by Kaori Moritz Ishikawa-san. The same team designed the staff uniforms for Pharrell Williams' latest menswear show for Vuitton. In line with organizers' pledge to limit the environmental impact of the costumes for the opening and closing ceremonies of the games, the outfits are made with 100% eco-designed materials sourced from the LVMH Circularity closed-loop textiles recycling ecosystem. La-di-da. Greenwashing at its finest, allegedly. But anyway, Jody says that uniform is giving Fred Mertz from I Love Lucy. Well, I mean, it's from the 20s. You guys think that these two went to a J-Lo concert and that's why? Well, it's either that or they're there after the starlet burned the piano after her opening song at the Olympics this year. Anyway, the polo shirts and caps are in a jersey fabric made using offcuts from different LVMH brands that have been upcycled by French startup Vuitton, a certified B Corp company. The polo shirts are made in the Vosges region in France by the family-run Duval company, while the caps are manufactured in Italy. Gloria says, those pants would not look good on me. Those pleats would stretch. No, oh, well, if you are curvaceous, if you are a beautiful curvy beauty, this will probably add to the curve. Stanley says, I wonder if Louis Vuitton sell these Olympic stuff as well. Probably. I don't think they miss a beat to make money. Y'all. I like the cut of the pants on the boy, says Kev. Well, it's, yeah, the same pant. You know, Heaven says, no comment about those khakis. There you go. There you go. Now, so there's that. And, of course, the U.S. Olympic Committee would not be the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee if they wouldn't sue somebody. Because you know how America loves to sue. And so the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee is suing somebody, darling. Guess who? Guess who? Yes, of course, because it's America. They have to sue. It wouldn't be the Olympics if America wouldn't sue somebody. So the U.S. Olympic Committee and the U.S. Paralympic Committee. Oh, wait, Steph says, my employer's legal team sent out a warning for us to not use the word Olympics in any corporate capacity. They are like Chanel and go after people, companies using that trademarked word. Exactly. Exactly. They are so vicious and aggressive. They want that coin. They are hungry, honey, right? But then again, remember what I told you at the beginning of this segment. What about the athletes? Do all the athletes earn good money as well? Doesn't seem to be the case, you guys. But we're going to get to the athletes in just a bit. Hi, Love DIY. Is it Mary J. Blige? No, they're not suing Mary J. Blige because she did not use their Olympic word. Instead, and honestly, the Olympic Games should not be copywritten. Just like we had the story last live stream of Hermes, and Hermes being one of the Greek gods, and you can't really copyright a Greek god. So Hermes wanting to block a patent that a Turkish bookshop owner, whose bookshop is called Hermes Antiquities and Books, Hermes tried to block him from getting his own patent on a bookshop. And of course, one of the courts in Turkey said no to Hermes and allowed him to use the name. Now, the Olympic Games are also from ancient Greece, and they belong to the people. I thought the Olympic Games are all about the people. Why would anybody allow the Olympics to copyright the Olympics? Like, it makes no sense to me. Anyway, well, the U.S. Olympic Committee is suing none other than Logan Paul. Is it Logan? One of the two brothers. Pitcha. This one. You know, the one who went to Japan to film the unaliving forest and kind of laughed about people hanging off trees. I mean, and got canceled, and now he weaseled his way back into popular demand. So anyway, he is selling this water called Prime Water, and in the back of the bottle, here's the second picture. He says, no, the bottle states like has a name of an Olympic athlete written on the bottle, and it says like the Olympic champion, and then the name, blah blah blah. You're drinking this water, you can become an Olympic champion as well. So U.S. Olympic Committee and Paralympic Committee is suing him because he printed that on his Gatorade, whatever this is, energy drink. So Logan Paul is being sued by the U.S. Olympic Committee. So there you go. There you go. And Stanley says, I friggin' hate that guy, says Stanley. Aw. I mean, why is that guy famous as Pow? I don't get it. I mean, I blame him for starting the alpaca hair trend for all the kids for all the boys on TikTok. I blame him for starting the alpaca hairdo trend because he started it like what 10 years ago already. I don't know, with that ridiculous hair. It looked like he had no hair and he had to kind of let it grow out in the front. You know what I mean? But now he changed it. Now he wants to look like a man, you know. But the alpaca trend, and now all the boys look ridiculous with the alpaca hairdo on TikTok. So there you go. Anyway, now, if the U.S. Olympic Committee can sue him for that, why doesn't Mary J. Blige sue them for the bob? Not that she copywritten her bob, but come on, we'll go. Now, let's get back to the beginning of my story when I started to talk about the athletes that apparently are not earning enough money. And athletes that are complaining about the fact that the Olympic Village looks like poverty, okay? They are not getting rested, enough sleep. rest because it's little tiny rooms. They're squished in with a lot of like sardines, I guess, whatever. They're complaining about it. And I'm like, and then I started doing a little bit of research. I'm like, well, hold on a minute. Don't they get a lot of money from sponsorships and stuff? Well, apparently no. Only a few of them get really good money from sponsorship deals, but most of them no. Athletes represent their countries. The countries profit off of the athletes, especially if the athletes win a medal, because then the countries can pride themselves of having the strongest, most virtuous of athletes. Well, with the advent of social media, we have also seen a kind of a normalization of certain practices online, and I cannot, and you do not spell it in the chats. I don't want anybody spelling it out in the chats, and I don't want anybody using abbreviations either in the chats because YouTube doesn't like that. So I'm gonna use other words like we did with candy cane. You know, certain platforms where you charge people to. Oh my God, Debbie, no. Of course. Why, Deb? Why do you always do this? No, take it. You think that the algorithm doesn't know that version of it. Okay, so you charge people to see you in a certain way without stuff on. Okay, doing things. Sometimes videos, sometimes photos. Well, apparently there's a whole thread on Twitter. And yes, I'm always going to call it Twitter. I'm never going to call it that other stupid name. There's a whole thread on Twitter of people posting these profiles of the athletes that are on said platform. Well, it turns out it's way more than you would think. There's a ton of them. A ton of them that are doing this. Gloria's like, yeah, why I never knew. So, and just to be very clear, support your S worker, I always say. Nothing against it. If you are into showing off your body, if that's a kink to you, if you are happy with other people watching you while you excite yourself, oh, more power to you. If that's something that makes you happy, I say go for it. And if you make a buck while doing so, but only if you're of legal age, of course, enjoy yourself. But here's the thing. Some of these people don't look like they're enjoying themselves. It's more like, okay, I need a side hustle. And this is kind of the easiest gig I can have because I have a gorgeous body. You know, I'm an athlete. Might as well, you know. And, but it's kind of sad. I've done some research for the sake of science only. And I have seen that a lot of them, you know, like, okay, so imagine this. You are in this scenario in a stadium, Olympic Games, you're running or whatever sport you're doing, and you win a medal, and there's the cheers of the public, of the audience. You're wearing your country's flag. Everybody's excited for your win. I mean, you are literally the symbol of the pride of that country. Okay. Well, then that same evening, you're posting photos from that poverty hotel room from the Olympic Village with nothing on for tips. It's really sad because, and I repeat, nothing against people doing that if they like doing that. But I have the feeling a lot of these people need the money and they're doing it because it's easy money and they need the money. Hi, Holly Grace. How's it going, sweetie? So, like I said, if you love doing it, I really support you. And I say more power to you if you love doing that. And if that makes you happy, you go for it. But if it doesn't make you happy and you feel like, well, this is the easiest way I can make some money right now, then I feel like maybe the Olympic committee or that whole system of the International Olympic Games Society committee that are so quick to run and sue people for using the Olympic logo, the 5 rings, or for spelling out Olympic anything on their products because they want money. Why don't they pay the athletes more? why don't these, because, you know, an athlete burns out really quickly. I mean, an athlete works their body extremely, and it's not like an athlete has a long shelf life. I mean, you can be Olympically, on an Olympic level, super powerful for a couple of Olympic games and then it's over. And then you got to look for other ways to sustain yourself. You either become a teacher, like a sports teacher, you open up your own gym. I mean, now with the advent of social media, maybe you can start a TikTok account where you're doing like exercises for people to see, but then pretty soon that shifts into thirst traps. And then before you know it, you show more and more skin until you're like, you know what? Jordan says, I wonder if they can sue if they have their medals on. Oh, while they're doing what they're doing? We'll go. I don't know. Holly Grace says, there's no money in sports. It's the sponsorships that give the money, not the sport. Yes, you tuned in a little bit later, so you didn't hear me say that. So anyway, but we clarified that. Oh, thank you, Christian Estacio. Thumb up the live stream, you guys. We're only at 94 likes. Come on, we can do better. Do better. So same with dance. Yeah, every kind of extreme sport. I consider ballet and dancing also an extreme sport. You use up your body really quickly. You burn out really quickly. And then your shelf life is over. What you going to do? Now, I understand that if a lot of these athletes start building up their profiles on these social media accounts where you pay to see them, they can build up a big audience so that by the time they are no longer eligible or fresh enough to do the Olympics, they're still going to have an incredible body that they're going to keep fit and in shape for at least another 30 years to go. So technically, they could keep running those websites for them in their favor for many years to come if they're really good at it. So I can see how for the athletes that's somehow appetizing. But it's interesting because nobody talks about this. You heard it here first. Nobody talks about this. Like, why do they have this need to do this? And does this mean that the system under which these athletes are working within the Olympic sphere, something is wrong? The money is not being given to the right people. The athletes that actually, without the athletes, there would be no Olympic Games. Okay. So the athletes actually bring the excitement, the cheering of the crowds, the fanning and everything. It's the athletes. And yet they're the ones that seem to be the least paid. So Rachel says, and they need medical support as the training causes long-term problems in many cases. Right. Danny says, Olympic athletes should be getting wages equal to the NFL. They are world heroes. And they're artists at the end of the day, expressing themselves with their body and on a very extreme level. They are performance artists. So, but interesting that this year in particular, people are pointing out that there is a ton of these athletes from many different countries that are on these platforms pay-per-view. Now imagine being one of those athletes and then, I mean, you become very popular because your appendages are very prominent. And then you win a medal, and then you have like the president of your country who's very proud of you, you know, giving you the medal. But everybody knows you know what I mean? It's such a weird thing. Now, I love the demystification of the body because, again, we're going to rein it back in what Oshidi said at the beginning of the stream. In the chats, Oshidi said, well, let's bring it back to the origins of the Olympic Games. When the Olympic Games were first initiated in ancient Greece, they were played naked. The athletes were naked. Okay, later on, with the advent of Christianity, okay, people started covering themselves up and everybody started feeling ashamed for their bodies, which is terrible. You should never feel ashamed for your body. Corey K says the athletes pay for their coaches too. They pay for everything possibly. But anyway, so the Olympic Games used to be played out in the nude. So technically we're bringing it back to its roots, really, if you think about it, except the games being played are not in the stadium. they're being played in the cheap ratchet hotels that are, of which said hotels the athletes are complaining about. Steph says, breakdancing will debut at the Olympics. Wonder how lucrative the post-games career opportunities will be for them in 2024. No clue. So philosophical, says Heaven. I know. Don't get me started. So anyway, there's that. Then I wanted to talk to you about another topic. Let me just touch up my makeup, honey. Thumb up the live stream. JJW got the message. The eggplant and the medal. The eggplant might be the medal. I mean, you win some, you lose some. I mean, somebody, maybe the athlete lost a medal, but somebody got lucky and got the athlete that night. So there you go. Obviously, we cannot show examples on YouTube because, oh well. Also because you should support your local S worker. Well, at this point, let's just rename them athletes. Support your local athlete by getting yourself a subscription to their pay-per-view accounts. So, now, let me do this little topic. Steph says sumo is the closest we have to, oh yeah, true. Well, they're still covered a little bit. I hope you feel better soon, honey. Oh, thank you, Dania. I joined during a topic and didn't want to interrupt. Inflammation is reduced by icing. It's internal, though. Something is up inside. I don't know what, you guys. Oh, thank you, Jamie. I'd rather support you. Thank you, darling. Well, if you wish to support, here you go. You can tip your host right here. Oh, Debbie, I didn't want to take any painkiller because I wanted to feel this one out. I wanted to feel like what's happening with me. And it doesn't hurt. Like it hurts in certain positions if I move in certain positions, but it's not like a constant pain. Like when I have a headache, no matter what I do, no matter how I position myself, the pain is there, so I have to take a painkiller. But this is different. Oh, Holy Grace is internal inflammation. Get on probiotics, ginger, turmeric, bone broth, lean meat. I've been craving bone broth and lean meat, actually. I've been craving that. I should eat that. I've been craving that. My body's like asking me for it. Oh, Rachel, turmeric has helped me a lot with pain management. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'll get some. Hi, Deborah. Dacob, try a naturopath and rebalancing your gut biome, so they will do a profile and work on supplements. Bone broth, yes. Muscle relaxer would be better. Painkiller will make it worse, says Holly. I also feel if I take a painkiller now, I might then not feel the pain, and then I will move in a certain way, and then I'll hurt myself again. And then when the painkiller wears off, it'll get worse, I feel. So I'm very reluctant to take painkiller with this type of pain. But with headache, it helps me. But not with this type of pain. I don't think so. Heaven says, I started probiotics and bone broth, big help. That's why I think it's the abdominal muscles, because you feel it as you move. Yes, I feel it as I move. I need a gut microbiologist. Bone broth is also okay. Every time I mention it, we go down this rabbit hole. Let's get up from that rabbit hole again and change subject. Okay, Holly Grace, nutrition and gut health coach for work. I can help further if you need it. Feel better, feel it out. Oh, thank you so much, Holly. Very kind of you. Thank you. All right. Let's do the next topic, you guys. Lots of water. I am hydrating, actually. Let me just take another sip. Oh, Steph, thank you so much.
Steph donated $10. A little something towards some anti-inflammatory supplements.
Thank you so much, sweetie. Hit it, Bubbles. Yes, Quinn. Oh, pain everywhere. I do drink coconut water, though. Coconut water. Okay. I know you care about me, you guys. I know. Thank you. Speaking of care, before we get to the top, oh my God, the homophobia has gotten really a little bit too much at this point. And you know what? I have to talk about this for a second because I have been attacked on all my channels, and it is really embarrassing for those people because so on my perfume, first of all, I was shocked to see that a fellow colleague, another perfume reviewer, um, who has a YouTube channel, commented underneath one of my videos, one of my perfume videos. Oh, Grant Ramirez, thank you so much, sweetie.
Grant Ramirez donated $15.
Hit it, Bubbles. Yes, Quinn. Thank you, Grant. Very kind of you. And so basically, it was my video of the Pebble, the review of the Chanel No. 5 Pebble. Y'all, this guy, a fellow YouTuber, Gloria, I was shocked. He has a YouTube channel. And he wrote it in Russian because he's from that country. And I took a screenshot. I did not block. I left it there. Like Julia Fox would say, for their own embarrassment, to be visible for everyone. You know? To forever be visible to everyone. Unless they decide to take it down. I don't know. So, Mr. Alex de Parfum. I'm shocked. I would have never thought. And he looks so polite. You can see him. He has a public profile. He commented publicly. He has a public YouTube channel. He commented publicly under my channel. Rachel, I wrote JJ about this, by the way. This guy here. There you go. Mr. 429 subscribers. Yeah? Look at that. He has his little YouTube channel. Uh-huh. Yeah? You would think how cute the guy is. Soft-spoken in his videos. He reviews female perfumes and male perfumes. You know, he also reviews some perfumes that are made by gay perfume makers. Oh, there you go. I can zoom in the name. There you go. There you go. That's the person. Okay? So, I didn't know he existed. Out of the blue, I find a comment under my video with, in Cyrillic, and this is the comment he left under. I will translate it for you because Okay, he left this comment under my Chanel No. 5 Low limited edition Pebble perfume drop bottle unboxing. And now you see to the side there, you see my thumbnail. Okay, it's my thumbnail. It looks like an ID, driver's license or something. And this is the comment that he left. Yeah, and look how he's clever. Look how clever he formulated the trans into transformer. He spelled trans all capitals because I guess throwing shade at me. But you can't report him for hate speech for this because he can play stupid and say, no, I meant transformer. So obviously, if you flag this as hate speech, not a real person will check it. A bot will check it. So what he wrote was, what kind of perfume transformer is this with trans spelled capital and then former in low, right? So in Cyrillic, what he said was, what kind of perfume transformer is this? Question mark. You're homophobe. And you think you did something as a fellow colleague on YouTube. You have a YouTube channel. You review perfumes. You're not just some random faceless troll who, out of spite, comments shit on my channel. I get those every day, by the way. This is different. You are a colleague with a face and a name. And you're coming to my channel to comment homophobic comments underneath my video. And you think you did something. You think you did something. Think again. Because I'm a Rottweiler. I do not let go. This? Oh, now I'm in. I am very petty. I do not let go. I am like that bulldog. Once I bite, my jaw locks in place and I don't let go. So you're in for a bumpy ride, my dear. This tranny got you. Now, having said all that, he got me wrong. I love my transsexual brothers and sisters. I just am not one. But I'm very gay, honey. So, and another thing. When I used to have short hair, bleached blonde or dark, whatever, it's how I talk, it's how I present myself. I was always openly gay. Absolutely no issues with being openly gay. Very proud of it. Matter of fact, guess what happened? In the past, and forgive me for, you know what, I'm not going to say the name of any, we're not going to make, follow me here, read between the lines. Before 2016, or when was it? Yeah, before 2016. And actually, the hate started building up 2016, up until 2020. Then it really, the seeds were planted for transphobia. But here's the thing. Up until 2020, the type of hate speech that I would get on my channel, and even on the videos where I have the short hair and I look masculine, this and that, blah, 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 people would write gay, the F word, Now, nobody writes that anymore. Now the hate has changed. It is deeper. It is more insipid. Because now, even on those older videos of mine where I have short hair, no makeup on, instead of the trolls bashing me as a gay, no, none of that anymore. No. Now they call me the bearded lady. So the comment that I got this morning underneath my how to pronounce, I think, Giorgio Armani video, somebody commented, I really wanted to hear what you have to say until I saw that you were a bearded lady. So first of all, a lady with a beard does not have any less credibility than anybody else in teaching you something, first of all. Second of all, the fact that this homophobic hate is particularly now in the time we're living in, particularly particularly geared towards trans people. This is disgusting because not only is the gay community a minority, but then the trans community is even more minority than the general encompassing gay community. And to point such vicious vitriol and hate towards the trans community doesn't fly, not on my watch. Absolutely no. Absolutely no. But that's the world we're living in since a certain someone started the hate speeches back in 2016. You understand. And we are living in times where this is, it has come to the point where this hate speech is no longer just, oh, you're gay, ha ha ha. Now they call you a thing. They dehumanize you. Oh, Danny, completely. Danny says, Love DIY says, being called trans is a compliment, but these fools think it's an insult. Exactly. But the fact is that they now dehumanize you by calling you it. That level of hate we did not reach before 2016. Now, they're taking your humanity away from you. You're no longer human. And you know what the next step is after that. Well, if you're not human, it's okay if I hurt you because there's no repercussions. I'm going to end up in jail if I unalive a bird, if I crack a rock. And there you go. So, Yanis Dennis says, as a proud bearded lady myself, sending you tons of love. Thank you so much, my love. So, and I'm not sitting here trying to garner your, oh, I feel so sorry for you, Dacob. Oh, my sympathy. No, really, I don't need any of that. I don't need the sympathy. I don't need any of that. What I'm doing here is a very clinical, precise, raising awareness. Somebody wants to bully you. What does the bully want to do? They want to silence you. If you're silent, the bully wins. I'm not silent. So I am here to out these idiots, to show to the world who they are. They're not going to get away with it. Not on my watch. That's why I say what happens. That's why I tell you, and that's why I share with you what happens. By the way, this is, there's much more. But peu à peu, as they say, bit by bit, we're going to get through them. But for now, there's that person with their perfume YouTube channel. Now you know who they are. Now you know what they wrote. Now you know what they have in their heart. Do what you got to do. What you think is correct to do. And another thing, don't be fooled for a second. I have had other content creators looking at you down under, make fun of me and make fun of my platform and my community here, saying that this is a fake sense of security in the chats. Honey, it's only a fake sense of security if you're the rat. Because we got you. When we know that you're the rat, you're not safe here. That's as simple as it is. That's literally that simple. And you make videos publicly, not saying my name because you wouldn't dare call my name out in public because you know that I'm that Rottweiler. But between the lines, you say it, This is a safe space for nice people. Not a safe space and not a comfortable space for assholes. It's that simple. So, And when it comes to gender, when it comes to self-expression, and we don't even have to push this to the complicated level of the struggles and the fights and the battles and the sorrow and the blood, sweat, and tears that people have to go through in their lives if they are transitioning. If we don't even have to go that far into the complications. Let's just stay at the mere surface of self-expression. Just whatever you feel in your heart, whoever you are, whatever identity you have, your expression is about your freedom, your identity, who you are. Expressing who you are through your clothes, through your hair, through your makeup, or lack thereof, should not, by any means, represent a gender issue. Absolutely not. Not at all. You expressing who you are, what you love, the colors you like to wear, the shapes you like to wear, that is freedom. To literally tell the world, look, I love these things. They make me feel comfortable. They make me feel happy. Why not simply embrace and accept that? Why do people always want you to go into a uniform, conform, cancel your individuality, cancel out your identity, blend in, be a part of the norm? Heaven forbid you were to have an opinion on anything. And this is how corporations work as well. They do not want you to have opinions. They're going to tell you, no, we really value our workers' opinions. Sure. Do you have something? Do you have constructive criticism to share? Come to HR, let us know. You go to HR, let them know. 2 weeks later, you're fired because they deem you complicated. You're a shit stirrer. A shit stirrer. Danny's like, I'm very openly, don't use this term, and I'm so glad I have a family here. Period, Danny. Period. Thank you. So, for those people that then kind of come for me in their videos saying that this is a false sense of security, I'm like, because you're a false person. It's that simple. Maybe that false sense of security you're feeling when you're here is because you know you did something wrong. And you know if you show up, you'll be called out for it. Maybe that's why it's not so safe for you here. Maybe because you're not welcome here. We digress. So I'm just saying, despite the fact that I keep getting hate and a ton of it on a daily basis and homophobic, snarky remarks, I keep fighting and I keep going on. But don't think for a second that it's easy. It's not easy. There are days when if I am physically completely fit, you know what they say in Latin, mens sana in corpore sano, healthy mind in a healthy body. So in those days where I have no pain, my head is not hurting, my stomach is not hurting, and I'm not in pain, I can tackle any psychological situation that is bashed my way. But then I also have my days when I am weaker physically, and that debilitates also my mental strength. And mental health gets affected. So yes, I'm not going to stand here and say I'm untouchable. Of course it affects me. Of course these words affect me. Of course the hate, the negative energy that is sent my way affects me. It does. It does. But there's a side of me that wakes up. There's that tiger inside of me that wakes up when this happens. And one part of me is like in pain when this happens. But then another side of me wakes up, which is like a tiger and says, oh, I'm going to show you now. Oh, I'm going to show you who the F is. I'll show you the F. I'll show you the bearded lady. And And so I keep going and I keep going and I keep going. Of course, I'm not going to go on forever because obviously nothing is forever. But I do hope that what I say inspires somebody, that one day we're going to have other people who are younger now, who are getting older tomorrow, that they keep the torch going. There's so much work to do. There's so much work to do. And I'm one of those people who really never felt a part of anything. I mean, even within the gay community, I'm usually the one that gets judged even within the gay community because I don't conform even to the gay norms most of the time. So I'm complicated, you know. So I'm kind of an outsider. But I think to myself, I can't be the only one. I can't be the only outsider. There must be others out there that feel the same way like I do. So, because not many gay people speak out about this. Not many people say it. Not many people say, uh, I also feel different. It's not like I go to a gay club and I feel accepted and I feel welcomed. When I go to a gay club, I feel scrutinized, judged, scanned from head to toe. I don't feel comfortable. Okay, here I feel comfortable. I started from zero and people started coming in and joining that also felt comfortable with this type of environment, with this type of energy. It's something that built up with time. So I feel comfortable here. But out there, different story. I, for the most part, and maybe this is a big problem and maybe I have to work on this, but for the most part out there, I like to be invisible. And this also comes with age, you guys. When you're super young, you're in your teens, you're in your 20s. Same happened to me. You're out there, the outfit, the vibe, the body, everything is it's going outwards. But then at a certain point, you don't need that anymore. I mean, not that you lost it, you just other things have more priorities. Now I want my peace. Now when I'm outside, it takes me, it's an effort to actually, go extrovert in my looks because I know that feeling. I know how it feels. I know that energy. And that's not the energy I'm feeling right now. Right now, I'm feeling more subdued. I want my peace. I want to chill. I want to do boring stuff, you guys. I like boring stuff. I like to lay like a couch potato on the couch, okay, turn on YouTube and watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toy reviews. You know? I just discovered, I love Pretty Little Liars. I just discovered the two girls, the two wonderful ladies, by the way, from Pretty Little Liars. They were like side characters. One of them was Jenna, and the other one, I forgot her name. She dated Alice, not Allison. She dated, forgot the name. Allison ended up marrying the other chick. Oh my God. Introvert extroverts are my people. Danny, that's me. Totally introvert extrovert. Um, so one is the lesbian character. And the other one is the blind character. And these two ladies started a podcast on YouTube. It is brilliant. It's called Pretty Little Liars, a True Crime. And they're watching the whole show from first episode to the last. And in every episode, they review one episode, like chronologically, the next episode of the show. And then like the last 15 minutes of the show, they invite a professional guy who he's a teacher now, but he used to be criminal investigator. What's his name? He would check out the bodies and figure out who did what. I forgot the name. Anyway, but obviously they don't talk much about the show. They talk more about themselves, and they're kind of in a healing process. The two ladies, and then sometimes some of their co-stars come to the show, and then they get interviewed. I'm obsessed. Wait, hold on. I think I can. Let me just see. Uh, Here they are, Pretty Little Liars True Crime. I am actually subscribed, even though here it doesn't say I am, but I am. It's because I'm now on, I'm not logged in from this account. You know what I mean? But I am subscribed to their YouTube channel. And these two ladies, Lindsay Shaw and Tamin Sursok, they're amazing. Okay. Oh, it's so cool. So cool. And how they talk about the show and being outcasts of Hollywood in a way, but then also making it. One of them being a drug addict and in real life and healing from it. And it's I love watching these two ladies. They are such an inspiration. So anyway, that's the stuff I like to do, right? And then I of course like to eat. And that's that. And I love my perfumes. So very simple. I don't need to go to parties. I don't need to go to bars. I don't need to do the hey, I'm here. I get enough of that when I do the live streams. And this is work. Don't you think for a second that it's not, because it's a lot of energy as well. Lapisha says, Hershey boy, I never had children either. And now in my mature years, I worked with, the women I worked with made me feel like I was an alien. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. That should never happen. People should never make you feel bad. For whatever reason, either you made the choice or it was not up to you to not have kids. For whatever reason, you ended up without kids. Nobody should ever make you feel bad about that. That's disgusting. Really. Oh, Miss B, thank you so much. Sleep well, sweetie. Thank you for tuning in. I'm a homeboy, and that's okay, says Rob. Yes, I'm a nest builder. I mean, I think it's a typical thing of a Cancer. Like, Cancers are usually nest builders. Although they do say there's a white Cancer and a black Cancer. But that's more the character trait of, like, Cancers all start in the nest when they're home, when they're born with mom and dad, and then they say the black Cancer stays at home and never leaves the nest. The white Cancer moves away to another country, another place, travels a lot. I'm more a white Cancer when it comes to that, but there's a black side to me, which is the nest build. Wherever I go, I like to. So, for example, if I'm traveling somewhere, I'm not the type of person who likes to go on holiday. That's why you don't see me posting reels on Instagram. Oh, look at me entering the airplane. Look at me now ordering the food in the air. Look at me now, luggage. Look at me now in the hotel. Like, to me, that is so much work. And if I travel somewhere, it's for work. Rarely would I travel anywhere for pleasure, because if you ask me, like, what's my pleasure? I'm like, just let me stay home alone. Let me turn off all the Instagram, everything. Let me just like spend a staycation. That's my ideal of healing myself, of recharging my batteries. It's a staycation. I like to be home. And nest builder, right? Gloria Kev says, I can stay in my apartment and not leave for weeks, right? Oh, there you go. A says, I'm definitely the Cancer that never leaves the house. Yeah, me too. But I love it. I'm never bored. I am never bored. I complain about a lot of stuff, but I never complain about being bored. I'm never bored. I am the type of person, I mean, even as a kid growing up, I could play with toys for hours and hours and hours. I'm never bored. Never. Never. So, yeah, time flies and it passes by quickly. And I do sometimes feel a little bit guilty. I'm like, oh, well, there goes another day. There goes another day. And as the Beatles would sing, what have you done? And I'm like, well, we'll go, chill. So, Lepetius. I like to stay home too. Mars and Moon and Cancer. That's what I do as a cinnamon roll. Yeah. Hannah said, I'm a homebody. Capricorn. Love to be home. And, but I'm never bored. There's not enough time to dedicate to all my interests. Same with me, Nay. And then honestly, sometimes like I'm exhausted. I fall asleep because I'm exhausted because I don't know. I'm just exhausted from just watching YouTube videos. And then I'm just like, oh. And then I wake up thinking, oh, but there was that book I wanted to read. How come there was no time? And then then I read a little bit of the book and then I get an idea. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me check Amazon. And then we're like a little hamster, like, oh, did that thing go on sale? Terry says, since hubby retired and we now have a relationship again, we rarely leave home. That's the best. Terry, honey, you got paradise right there. Because everything you need is in your proximity. You know what I mean? Some people feel that urge to go exploring and they got to go out. And you know what gets me really, I don't want to say, no, not angry, not upset, but nervous, anxious. Now that's the word, anxious. What gets me really anxious is when YouTube sometimes recommends me those traveling couple channels. Oh my God. They stress me out so much, you guys, because I'm like, oh my God, how are they? They have to run to catch the plane, but they still found the time to film themselves running to catch the plane, and then they film themselves from different angles running to catch the plane, and then they travel to some exotic faraway land, and then they're filming every step of the way, and then they have to leave, and then they go to sleep in a place, and then they set that up, and then they're filming that as well, and then they have to set up the camera to fake entering the hotel room the first time. You have to enter the hotel room to set up the camera inside the hotel room to film the door of the hotel room from inside the hotel room as you are entering. You see what I'm saying? So it's all fake. And they think about all of this and the travel and we're going to the mountains and we're climbing the mountain and we're going down the slopes and the rivers and the oceans and now we're going to eat the crustaceans that we hunted ourselves. And then they film themselves hunting for the freaking crustaceans. And you're like, I get heart palpitations. I cannot. Teresa's like, how do they even enjoy their vacation? For the love of me, I don't know. I don't know. And I've been asking myself this for the longest time because I'm like, so are they the type of person that find pleasure in crunching time even more to set up cameras all the time while they're filming? Because like, I mean, I can barely vlog. Me going to Home Goods to film that Halloween vlog, yeah, guys, I sweated through 2 t-shirts. That 15-minute, or what was it, 20-minute video where I basically just had to stand with my iPad and film, and then I voiced over when I came back home. Just doing that made me feel so anxious. Okay, now imagine actually traveling, forgetting your passport or something. I mean, I can't. Oh, she says it's weird you can do what you do on YouTube and have anxiety. Um, you don't see me before we start the show. And I can relate very much to my favorite artist out there and singer, Mina. Italian. Well, she became Swiss at a certain point, but she stopped performing in 1978. She stopped performing live in 1978, but she kept making 1 to 2 albums a year. And she still does to this day. She's still alive. And hopefully will be alive for many more years to come. I love her so much. She on stage is a tiger. When she's performing on stage, she is, I mean, there are rare recordings of her because, I mean, she stopped live concerts in 1978. So back then, it's not like they filmed a lot of these on film. So it's rare to have. There are a few recorded concerts of her live, right? I mean, she did a lot of television, so there's a lot of television recordings, but that's different. Terrified. And this is why she stopped performing live in 1970. She couldn't handle it anymore. She was terrified of going on stage and singing. Terrified. And the anxiety with every time she had to do it got bigger and bigger and bigger. But no, she's not afraid of getting old in front of everyone. No, not at all. No. That's not correct. Mm-mm. No. No. That's not correct. She's not like a Marlene Dietrich hiding in her old age. No. Not at all. Because she photographed herself for records and albums. And then in 2001, she did another huge kind of breakthrough thing as an artist when live streaming was not even a thing yet. Not even everybody had internet yet. Like around about 2001, she did a live stream. She came back one time from her studio. They live streamed a recording session of her recording something. So, but anyway, we digress. So what I want to say is terrified of going on stage. Okay. But once she's on stage and once the lights go on, she turns into a tiger. That energy, and they called her La Tigre di Cremona for a reason. But anyway, also because her voice is so powerful. But that energy, she finds it, something unlocks inside of her, and the same is with me. The preparing for the live stream, knowing that I have a live stream coming up, it is anxiety inducing for me. Like, not just anxiety, but also it's difficult. It's hard. Because it's draining. It's an emotional roller coaster. I give all when I'm performing live on camera. And don't forget, the camera sucks more than half the energy away. So for me to appear energetic to you in your homes, on your screens, means that the camera means that right now, in real time here in this room, I am like 10 times more energetic than what you see. Okay, because the camera sucks away the energy. The camera is a vampire, actually. So, if you are feeling energy from me now in your homes, that means that you're receiving, and you're like, no, I feel the energy. Yeah, you're receiving like, I don't know, 20% of what I'm actually emanating right now because it gets lost in the ether. Especially after Saturdays when I do pre-show and main show. And I tell you always, on a Sunday, I'm a zombie. And I also Monday, I need 2 days to recover. Like, that's how draining it is. Literally. But I love doing it. But there's that duality. It's like I love doing it, but at the same time, I'm like, oh my God, another live stream. You gather yourself and you go for it and you do it and you deliver, right? Hi, Cecilia Brown. How's it going, sweetie? So anyway, that's a little glimpse into emotions and energies and stuff. Nay says, I think it's when one finally breaks through and feels that love of friends and a loving, positive audience. I know it can be like that for me. I'm terrified to God, but once I'm there, it can be okay. Same with me. Nay, exactly the same with me. It's really difficult to get me out of the house, but then when I go out of the house, I'm happy. Oh, Kev, yeah, I'm the same. Kev was like, I need at least 4 hours to recover from an hour of work meeting. Yeah, because you give your all. And it's like you're also being judged by your peers or by your colleagues. And you're like, you got to be in the moment. You got to be present. You got to be there. And even though it's just 1 hour, you've given out energy in a different amount and in a different intensity than you would have had you been alone at home on your couch. surfing the internet. Decompression time, very needed, yeah. Didi says, absolutely, 100%. I understand. I'm still ill, so after today's live, literally went straight to bed for a nap, makeup and all. Yeah, it's insane, Didi. It's insane how much energy it takes from us. You know? Corey K says, we would never know. In fact, 5'0" stated in a video recently that she wished she had your ability to live stream like you with ease and without anxiety. Such a compliment. She's such a sweetheart. I love her so much. You guys know how much I love 5'0". And I know, I think I commented on that. I know that she said that in a video, and I don't know. I think you have to have that proclivity for being a performer. I was born a performer. So for me, I was born a communicator rather than a performer, because a performer can also be misunderstood. I'm a born communicator. I'm a born sharer of information. It's like in my past life, I have been someone who, whatever they learn, they always give on to whoever's in front of them. Never gatekeeping. I always share, whatever intelligence is there, whatever knowledge is there, whatever intel is there. I'm the type of person who immediately shares. Whoever wants to listen, because obviously not everybody wants to listen. But Heaven says, I think you're an educator as well. Right, educator. But I didn't want to say the word educator because that sounds a little bit like you're putting yourself on a pedestal. That's not what I do. I'm just like, hey guys, I just learned this. Do you want to know? And then I share it with you. That's all. That's all. Oh, Lapisha says, oh my God, I'm so happy you're talking about this. No, I'm glad I'm talking about this too. I don't know if I'm boring you with it. Because this is a topic of, we'll go. I don't know. Because maybe not everybody's interested, I don't know. If I have social interaction, even that I very much enjoy. I need a few hours by myself to go to sleep and stuff. Nay, same with me. And my friends know, like, they gotta leave me alone for after a certain point, because I get irritable when I'm drained of all my energies. I get irritable. Like, I need to be alone and recharge my batteries, and I need a long time. I'm not a quick charger. I give out energy quickly. I give out energy very quickly and in huge amounts. But recharging it, it's a process. It takes me time. And so friends who are really close to me, they know, like, oh, Dacob is getting grumpy. He's getting grumpy. He needs a nap. Like, he needs, let him be alone for a while, And people who really know me, they don't take offense. They don't think like, oh, look at him. He's being so asocial. Like, he doesn't want to spend time with anybody. I'm like, no, I'm not being mean. Like saying like, I don't want to spend time with you. I'm just like, if I'm going to give you quality energy, I need to recharge my batteries. I can't be with you 48 hours in a row or, 3 days in a row, I need to recharge the batteries. Which also really difficult for me, if I'm invited to events that last several days, like weddings or stuff like that, I always feel very guilty and bad because I'm like, I'm not giving my best performance. And this is another problem because I always give immediately everything, like a kid. I give all the energy out, right? But grown-ups learn how to dose their energy better. And grown-ups give out energy sparingly if they know that they need to be at a wedding for 3 days. And I'm the type of person who arrives, yay, and of course, because everybody knows me as the person who always has the energy, they always expect that energy from you. And then the people that are not close friends, and they're spending several hours with you, and you didn't have the chance to recharge your energy, but they've only ever known you as the person who has all that energy, performing, entertaining, then they get upset when after a few hours, you're no longer chirpy. you're no longer zesty. They can no longer feed off of your energy, you see. A little form of vampirism going on there. A little form of vampirism. And it's not their fault. It's my fault because I educated them that way. I showed people that I'm zesty, bubbly, effervescent, entertaining. And then they expect that from you because that's all they know from you. And then when they, for the first time, experience you being down, low energy and grumpy, then they say, well, what's wrong? What's wrong? What happened? What did we do? And then you're like, oh God, I can't spend another hour now explaining to you that there's nothing wrong. It's just that this is how my body functions, like how my energy functions. Now I need to go away and be alone. Not because I don't like you. I like you very much, but I need to be alone so that I can recharge. Yeah, there's nothing left, Debbie. Right, there's no energy left. And Gloria says, that's why I'm a curmudgeon. But this is really, I'm that type of person. And I know that I'm not alone in this. I know there's a lot of people who are also like this out there. And so to talk about it, it's kind of very liberating, I have to say, because obviously I feel that you guys understand what I'm talking about. Lepisha says, I think the population in general has become super harsh. And I'm old and remember the workplace being respectful, was working full-time since 1980 corporate. Times have changed and has become much more aggressive and harsh. Cinnamon roll. Oh my God, you're talking about me. And they wanted some Monet. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Lepisha says, I remember respecting the older people I worked with, and as I became more mature, I still enjoyed the younger people around 2000. Things changed. Oh, around the Y2K era, things changed and started becoming more aggressive. Velasquez says, it's that energy, maybe also at times a way to boost, but as well to cover yourself up being with people. Wait, isn't? I don't know what that means. Isn't that energy maybe also at times a way to boost, but as well to cover yourself up being with you? I don't understand, Velas. I don't understand this sentence quite fully. Hanan says, sounds just like me. It is nice to be a hermit. Right, Karen? I like it too. Priestess Shakti Taropis says, I operate with the spoon theory. I only have a certain amount of spoons, and I must choose what deserves a spoon or borrow spoons to get through. I need to recover too. Totally get it. Oh, wow. That is... Okay, you are way more advanced than me because I just got that one spoon, honey. Cecilia says, your body needs time to recover. Yesterday was my first day after the school broke up for holidays. I literally couldn't move. So spent all day in bed watching YouTube. I totally get it. Heaven says, I so get this. I'm the bubbly, funny one. Even my ex didn't get it. I need my coffee alone while it's still dark and an hour alone at night. Yeah. Yeah. And that's like you're already being very, very generous with the amount of time you want on your own. Because I need more than that to be on my own. Gloria says, it's good to recharge and that you know yourself when you need to be on your own. Give yourself time. Yeah. It's a huge spoon, Debbie, but it's one. So anyway, there we went off topic yet again. I just wanted to do this this topic with you guys about Saks Fifth Avenue. And I just have to find... Okay. No. Sorry, was it she? Hi, Kimberly Kidman. Hi, everybody. Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. So, to add another chapter to the potential end of fashion and end of luxury, I have the feeling that certain houses, brands are making it really difficult for people to just want to go and shop there anymore. And the latest case in point being Saks Fifth Avenue. What shenanigans are they up to now? Let's get to it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon. Super Dacob all spelled together there as well for extra perks. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week. Come join the fun. Come join the chats. And welcome. Hello to all my co-chattors. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged. In just my opinion. As reported by, thumb up the video, y'all, while you're at it. As reported by Fox 2 KTVU. Y'all, San Francisco's Saks Fifth Avenue, which is a building that was built, so they say, allegedly, I would have to look into the history of it, around the 50s, in the 1950s. Open for people to come in as they please, check out the stuff, shop, enjoy a little bit of luxury, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Now, San Fran, Saks Fifth Avenue is stopping free entry into Saks Fifth Avenue, but instead you have to make an appointment first if you want to be allowed entry. Also, they are working on invite only. So they either, you're a good client, they invite you, or you call, make an appointment, and sales associate is available on that day, that time, that's time slot, and you can go in. Heaven is like, what? Gloria Recinos, what? Kimberly's like, appointments to get in? Velasquez is like, wow. Heaven is like, wow, invite only for Saks? Kev says, yeah, good luck on that, Saks. Matter of fact, and this is like San Francisco, you guys, I mean, and this is in an area of San Francisco where, like, you know, the shopping mile, but also the luxury mile, where you have a lot of tourists. People traveling from all across America, not just all across the world, because IYKYK, you're not really going to buy European luxury brands in America because most of them are like 10 to 20% more expensive in the States. So if you're European traveling to America, you're going to want to buy American products that are cheaper in America than in Europe. But you're not, as a European, going to want to buy Louis Vuitton or Hermes in America. It's ludicrous. It's just so much more expensive. But anyway, but tourists like to go into Saks Fifth Avenue. Well, guess what? Hundreds or thousands of tourists that run through the center where Saks is, they're not going to be allowed to enter. Think about it. Some random tourist that flew in from London or Italy, how do they even know that they're not allowed to enter Saks without an appointment? How do they know? I mean, Saks Fifth Avenue, I mean, it's not like you've been not struggling lately, allegedly, right? I don't know if I said it before, but I'm going to repeat it. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only. Not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged, just my opinion. I think I said it already, but then again, I love repeating it, don't I? So here we go. Imagine the amount of sales you're going to lose. Now, granted, they are saying that partially this decision was made because, in particular, during the pandemic and shortly thereafter, there have been a lot of like break-ins and theft and, you know, people just coming in and taking a bunch of stuff. And so they want to minimize the loss of their merchandise. And listen, Linda, I get it. Like, I get it that crime is an issue. But at a certain point, you have to weigh the pros and the cons, because how much money are you going to lose from theft as opposed to how much money you're going to lose from potential customers that are never going to be allowed to enter because they didn't make an appointment? You know, I mean, trouble in paradise, in my opinion. Now, what I do think in part they also announced this on the news also to kind of create some FOMO, to make people think, ooh, Saks is special, you know? But here's what I think is going to happen. What I think is going to happen is On those days where there are no appointments, and you know they're going to come those days, or on those days where there's not enough appointments, I can see this rule being broken relatively soon, and like the store manager or the company manager saying, okay, open up the doors, let a few people in, without the appointment. You know what I'm saying? Because like, how else are you you can't have a business, especially in America with this economy, you can't be exclusivist, elitist. Like and I get it. It's not like they're saying nobody can enter. They're saying call first, make an appointment, and then one sales associate will be following you all over the store. You will never be alone. Like, I get it. They want to minimize theft probably, or they want to create a more luxurious experience. And then people were interviewed by this reporter on the streets, and several people were saying, well, somebody said, like, really? Do I have to make an appointment if I just want to walk by to try a pair of shoes randomly? Another lady said, I just work down the street from Saks. If I'm like randomly one day I manage to get, my boss tells me, here, the last 2 days you worked overtime, like take an hour extra break. That never happens. But let's just say in an ideal world, it would happen. And then you're like, oh, okay, I got an extra hour. I'm going to eat 1 hour, I'm going to have lunch. And then the hour I have extra, let me pop in to Saks to see what's happening. Maybe there's sales, maybe there's something new, I get inspired. No, not going to happen because you didn't make an appointment, boo-boo. You can't just like improvise your arrival at Saks, Nay says, I used to always use their bathroom. Well, maybe that's the issue. You just left something there, but you didn't take it. You left them something, but that something was not money. Maybe that's why they changed their system. Priestess says, oh, San Francisco, I'll wait for it to happen in New York. I'm sure it's coming soon. Well, interesting that you say that, Priestess, because indeed, San Francisco, believe it or not, is not the first city where Saks Fifth Avenue did this. And so reading the article, Napa and Palo Alto, already, the Sakses in Napa and Palo Alto have already implemented this system of make an appointment first before you enter. Now, the San Fran Saks Fifth Avenue will start implementing this new regulation starting, I think they said August 28th of 2024. So if you want to enjoy just your random improv stroll through Saks Fifth Avenue in San Francisco without any issues whatsoever, you got time, just a couple of days. Because end of August is when they're going to switch to the appointments only. So what do you guys think about this? Is this another sign of the times? Is this another sign of kind of, well, the end of luxury, really? Because, I mean, Saks is trying to sell this to us as a special extra luxury perk. But most people being interviewed on the street are saying, well, this is not luxury to them. To them, this is uncomfortable. And luxury, after all, should be about comfort. Luxury should be about easy. Luxury, at least the illusion of easy, of ease, of safety, of comfort, right? And if you cannot comfortably just walk up to a Saks Fifth Avenue and enter at your own leisure, well, then where's the luxury in that? In not being able to enter at your own leisure. Kev says, since Saks have recently bought Neiman's and Bergdorf, are they going to implement the same policies across the company? I really hope they won't. But if they do, good luck to you, Saks. Ci si vede a dopo, hai capito? Lots of love to y'all. Let me know your thoughts about this down below. And is this more a symptom of the times that's going to pass, or is this yet another example of the end of luxury? Comments down below. Tell me about the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe. Never give up on love. Bye. Hi, Tyler. Poetry snaps, but also hearts. Hearts. Lurve. Lurve in the club. Lurve in the club. Oh, Mr. Poopy. Thank you so much, my
Mr.
love.
Puppy donated $20. Hi, Dacob. Mad respect for all you do.
Tickle, tickle,
Appreciate
tickle.
you.
Oh, thank you. Very kind of you, sweetie. Hit it, Bubbles. Bubbles? Oh boy, Bubbles froze. Hold on. We did it, Bubbles. Kelsey says, that's a beautiful Saks store located on lovely historic Union Square. It's a shame lately how the homeless took over. Well, the homeless have to live as well, honey, you know? It's a shame that there need to be homeless at all. It's a shame that we live in an economy where people end up homeless. And it's a shame that we live in a society where being homeless is just routine. That's what's a shame. But that building is beautiful, and the building is from the 50s. There you go. Wait, I have to scroll up. What did Tyler say? Hold on. Nothing like walking through a store, no appointment, and stumbling on a piece you just gotta have. Not everything needs to be planned in advance. I completely agree with you, Tyler. And it gives me that 80s vibe of going to the mall. Oh, man, those were the days. And speaking of, it's gone kind of viral on TikTok and also on Instagram. Somebody kind of uncovered one of those malls. Are they in Cincinnati? Where are they? And everything in there is from the 80s, and they have like stock, leftover stock still with tags on. I mean, everybody's sharing it on Instagram, I believe. And which one is it? I have it here. Hold on. Rubens. Rubens department store in Augusta, Georgia. Wow. Very Blanche Devereaux. And yeah, there you go. Main Street Backroads Instagram account posted about them. And so here, credit to Main Street Backroads for the video. I turned the audio off. But look at this. Sorry for my ratchet dirty iPad. But anyway, look at that. Stuff with price tags still on them from the 80s. And the store from the outside and the window. Oh, man. I really want to go there. Oh, the counters. Can we talk? The fonts, the logos. Man, what a vibe. And so even more so, I'm happy to have my 80s nail polish on. It's such a vibe. Did we sell out? How many of these do we have? Tyler says, I saw that on the reels. It'd be so cool to buy dead stock 80s Dior loungewear in store. It would be amazing. I don't think that they have like luxury brands in there, but just for the vibe. Just for the vibe, you know? Um, the 80s and 90s. What a time to be alive, right, Priestess? I wonder why there are so many homeless people in the US compared to. No, Europe also has a ton. Yeah. But also, Cinnamon Roll, you also have to compare the size of America as compared to the European Union. America, Europe, you know? Um, oh my God. I think we uncovered a crime, you guys. Amazon, explain. So I see the seller lists only 13 at a time. So the 13 nail polishes all sold out, and now Amazon listed another 13 nail polishes. Oh, how they play that FOMO. How they play that FOMO. Well, I'm glad because I'm thinking of buying um another backup for $6. This one here from Revlon, darling. It's called Extravagant. Of course. What else would it be? There it is. 6271 extravagant. Look how beautiful this is. So 80s. Oh my God. The brush on this thing is incredible. The application is so precise. And the texture of it, the formula, love it. Dries quickly, love it. Kev is like, how QVC ages some of them, right? Heaven says, wait, that polish is on Amazon. Heaven, yes. I just posted the link to it. The affiliate link to it. The $6 nail polish that I adore. It's on Amazon. Yes, it is, Heaven. And I got it off Amazon as well. And I've been looking for it for a year, and I wanted to see it live. And everywhere, no, it does not get goopy. Not at all. And nobody has it. Walmart doesn't have it. Target doesn't have it. CVS doesn't have it. Rite Aid doesn't have it. Sephora doesn't have it. Ulta Beauty doesn't have it. Nordstrom doesn't have it. Everywhere. First of all, Revlon is not that represented. Not that very well distributed anymore, which is such a shame. Revlon is amazing. Can we talk Cindy Crawford Revlon commercial? But anyway, this color, I bet it's nowhere to be found. And then I found it on Amazon. Love it, love it, love it, love this color. Now it appears on camera because of all my light settings and saturation settings. It appears more pink than it is. It's actually a little bit lighter than this. This is kind of very dark, but it's not this dark. It's more pearly pink Barbie. It's gorgeous. Anyway, we digress. Oh, Tyler, you've been in LA this week for stuff with my band, and seeing the unhoused situation is so depressing. It's definitely not this bad in Palm Beach or even New York City. LA is like a dystopian novel these days. Yeah, and it's true. Wait, who said it's the weather? Because the weather is so nice. A lot of, yeah. Gloria, you actually said that when we met up with Teruko at her show a couple of days ago. You're like, it's the weather. So a lot of people kind of tend to veer towards LA because it's warmer. You can sleep outdoors without freezing at night, you know? All right, so we got a topic for you, and yet again, let me just touch up my powder because I am oily. Yes, that happened. She oily again. So, well, we'll go. Let's get to 200 likes. Thank you, Debbie, for reminding me. I keep forgetting to tell people to thumb up the live stream. And all right, let's zoom in. Mm-hmm. Oh, Revlon nail polish is really great after all these years. I completely agree with you. Love the formula, love the colors. I just wish they were a little bit more easy to find. Oh, foodie on the go. I'm so glad you're feeling better. Dacob, I had an operation lately. I survived the recovery thanks to your live streams. Binge watched them all. Oh man, this really warms my heart. Thank you. Like I said, also in the past, I said, like past live streams, it really means the world to me to see the numbers growing, the view count growing on the live streams, like even after they're over. Like some live streams, like 2 months after I've posted them, they're like now 70,000 views. And I'm like, how did that happen? Like, how did that happen? But no, like people like to tune in later. They just play me blabbering on in the background while they're running their errands at home and stuff. And that really warms my heart because That's kind of how I like to consume YouTube as well. You know, I turn on some videos and I just let them play in the background while I'm doing other stuff. And the epicness of them all. Aw, Debs. Oh, thank you. O2D2 Cricket O2 Joan. I liked. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you so much. And Patricia Casey, thank you. I came by just to thumb up the video and say goodnight, y'all. Good night, sweetie. Thank you for thumbing up the live stream. A says, I sometimes miss your live streams and I don't watch the short videos. I go back to the live stream and watch it all. Good. Diego Gold says, I'm watching and baking at 3 a.m. LOL. Such a classic. You do see nail polish, Revlon nail polish in Ulta? Not this color. At least I could not find this color. I couldn't. Some people say they find this color in Walmart. I never did. So I'm super glad I finally have it. I really, really, really like it. I mean, maybe it's a little, it's very 80s. Maybe it's a little bit much. But you know what? Whatever. We love a good pink. We love a good pink. No, Debbie, it's not a limited edition. It's been around for years. But, you know, the one that they distribute everywhere is Marilyn Monroe's Revlon, or Revlon says it's Marilyn Monroe's Cherries in the Snow. That's the iconic Marilyn Monroe nail polish, which if you find Revlon nail polishes in any beauty counter, they will have cherries in the snow. They will have cherries, and that's a staple. And then the other colors are kind of like sometimes they have, sometimes they don't. No, right now I'm not wearing sneakers, Patricia. I'm wearing my house shoes. Tyler, I also have cherries in the snow. Of course, I mean, it's a must-have. It's an iconic, it's Marilyn's freaking color. Probably reformulated, la-di-da. But of course you got to have Revlon cherries in the snow. It's the Marilyn, you know. Anyway, let's do this topic. Sorry, I'm off topic. Hi, everybody. Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. The end of luxury yet again. I know, it never ends, but it's at the end. And this time, we have a list of shocking things happening in the middle of summer as we are filming this video, right? In July. You would think that these brands, these luxury brands would like hold it for a minute. Daddy, chill. No, instead, no. Listen to this. So let's begin with Gucci, reporting their second quarter earnings of 2024. It's worse than they predicted, allegedly. Oh, by the way, of course, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. Plus, I would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel if you like my content. Push the join button next to the notification bell. Push also the notification bell. Become a member today. Get access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon. Super Dacob all spelled together there as well for extra perks. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week, so come join the fun, come join the chats. Listen to this. Gucci sales plummet 20%. The second quarter of 2024. Mr. Sabato or Sabato, nena, tenemos un problema muy gordo. Because like, so you wanted Alessandro Michele out the door, and now you're stuck with Miss Thing that 20% down? Tragic. And I feel really, really sorry for the designer because he seems to be a nice guy. But you know who's gonna get blamed? You know who's gonna have to leave. It hasn't been officially announced. But, and if you don't believe me, well, then let's just keep on reading on the fashion travesty news in the musical chairs in the industry. Peter Hawkins exits Tom Ford after only 2 collections. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't sell nowadays. So he did 2 collections. They apparently didn't do very well. And now he got to go. So Mr. Peter Hawkins has been given the boot, allegedly, and is about to leave or has been let go from Tom Ford. Now, who's going to come next? Because he really tried to kind of utilize, we reviewed actually his first collection for Tom Ford here on my channel. And we said, oh, it's interesting. Like he's taking stuff from the archives. He's also serving up old school Tom Ford for Gucci a little bit. He's bringing that type of, 90s and Y2K sexy back. Apparently, it was a little bit too meh to kind of warrant a revival. Or maybe it was just a little bit too safe to just kind of dig into the archives instead of creating something new. Either way, Patricia Casey says Tom won't be back. No, I don't think Tom is going to come back to his brand either. The CEO of Burberry fired for low sales numbers. And now they announced a new CEO. And they're reducing their staff. And they're reducing the workers. And they're going to minimize. And they've reduced their prices. That happened as well. Fascinating. But the most fascinating thing of all, in my humble opinion, and this is because this next news that I'm going to share with you doesn't make much sense at first, if you look at it in the surface. And that would be that it's apparently been confirmed. I have to say allegedly still, because until Mr. Galliano doesn't say it himself, it's not official. That Galliano, so allegedly Galliano is leaving after the next collection, Marta Margiela. And apparently, allegedly, he said he wants to go. And allegedly, the powers that be were begging him to stay. They're like, what can we do to make you stay? Because let's not forget, unlike these other designers whose collections are not selling and are not popular and are not trending whatsoever, unlike those designers, Galliano's latest Haute Couture Maison Margiela collection was not only a success, it was a frickin'... It was the only earthquake we had in the fashion world since over a decade, in my humble opinion. When he presented the spring-summer, like under the bridge of Paris, Haute Couture collection, we reviewed it on my show, so go check out that review or that live stream. That thing was so groundbreaking, from the design, the concept, the soundtrack, the makeup, okay? Like, to the point where even Bjork wore Margiela after that on a cover of a magazine. Like, when Bjork wants your pieces, you did something. That show, we said it. This is either Galliano's goodbye from fashion altogether, or it is his renaissance. Go watch me say it in my other video from 4 months ago, whenever that show came out. 5-6 months ago. And I told you, mark my words. And look what's happening now. He's leaving Margiela. He's leaving Margiela on a very high note. Because obviously, his best collection ever at Margiela. And then he's like, and now I'm done. Of course, people started speculating. People are even speculating that he might be in negotiations with Bernard Arnault, LVMH, to go to Fendi. Some people even say to come back to Dior. Now, I personally don't think that would ever happen. Just because I think it's still too painful for him. And I think a lot of people would be really upset still. I think people have not forgiven. Even though, come on, time to forgive and forget, really. He would be great at Dior, but He's already delivered the best at Dior, you know? I would love to see him somewhere else. Now let me think, which brand is missing an artistic director and right after they lost their artistic director, soon after that rather, like 1.5 months after that, we hear that Galliano is leaving Margiela. Coincidence? Wait, what was the brand? I forget. I always forget the name of that brand. Ah, that's right. Chanel. You know, I never talk about Chanel, so I forget. I forget. I need a little bit of perfume just to, just freshen up. Let me touch up the makeup. Oh. Hmm. So what was the brand again? Oh, never mind. So he's apparently going to maybe work the magic, honey. And whoop, if he appears at Chanel, because we were speculating that it's going to be the rug man, okay? And we're all hoping that it's not going to be the rug man, the human carpet. And that would be a travesty. But if Galliano goes to Chanel, honey, all bets are off for my wallet. Because he has the power to bring me back to Chanel and spend the big money. He has that power. I do be believing that he do be having that power. And I'm kind of scared because I almost don't want him to go to Chanel because that's going to be so dangerous for my wallet. Super dangerous. You know, I'm almost kind of hoping that it's going to be the human carpet because then, like, I'm going to be like, who cares? But if it's going to be Galliano and Chanel, we got a big problem. Big problem. I mean, and can you believe all of this happened just this week? It's insane. Now, all of them are starting to report, well, not all of them, but all of the publicly owned companies that are on the stock market are starting to report their quarterly earnings. So we've just heard Gucci's travesty of a report of results. Let's wait and see all the other ones. How well, or rather how not well, they have done. 'Tis the end of luxury or of an era. But if Galliano decides to retire fully after leaving Margiela, then it's really the end of luxury. Period. Period. If instead he just decided to switch and go to another brand, then we still got hopes. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Thumb up the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe, and until next time, never forget to never give up on love. Bye. LVMH didn't fare that well either. Yeah, I can imagine. But I think with LVMH, if we're going to do an analysis of LVMH earnings for the second quarter, I think we have to do a separate video just for them. You know what I mean? We gotta, you know what I mean? We gotta give them that extra attention, honey. So the Rugman, yes, KS, that is Jacqueline the Moose, allegedly. Oshidi is like $20,000 Chanel Galliano bag. Well, it's about time we start doing Thelma and Louise, Bonnie and Clyde. We do what we got to do, okay, to pay for that bag. I mean, Nadine says sweatshops, bad quality products, and constant price rises. How can these houses be surprised? That we aren't buying? How can these houses be surprised aren't buying? They need to read the room. Ah, yes. VVIP tension. Marie Antoinette. Emotion just says, I really hope sales are down all across the board for everyone. The nerve of these brands to constantly raise prices in this economy. Emotion engine, I completely agree with you. And here's what I'm hoping. That before Galliano gets to Chanel, that Chanel does poorly, I wish them all the best, but I wish that their pricing policy changes because like they're doing poorly, so they lower their prices generally, and then Galliano arrives, and his first collection is at the lower price before they start upping the price again. And I want to swoop in when his first collection hits with the lower price. Oh, listen, Linda, listen. A Chanel addict can dream, okay? Kev, I can't imagine Pat McGrath doing Chanel makeup. It would be amazing. RN says, if Galliano goes to Chanel, let me tell ya, even Coco will come back to purchase couture. Yes. Marie Antoinette, Dacob, is Chanel beige worth the price? If you like the way it smells, yes. Good morning, Sibila. JJ says, I watched this latest interview and he seems to love the house, Margiela. What happened though? We do not know what happened. But apparently, so allegedly, he doesn't want to renew his contract. And in the article I read, it said that the owners are in a good standing relationship with him, but he just doesn't want to continue. I don't know. Stanley says, Galliano for Chanel. Yes, it's going to be big news if ever. Oh my God. Pooh, what a renaissance for fashion if Galliano takes over Chanel. Are you kidding me? And he can do haute couture. He can do pret-à-porter. He can do all the little shitty side collections as well. You know, Chanel just launched their pre-fall winter collection just yesterday, or I don't know how long ago. He can do it all, and then some. Hi, Rich Mitch. Estee Lauder's share price is down from $360 to $99 in the last 30 months. They own Tom Ford Fashion and Beauty, so sacking their designer after 2 collections shows their desperation. Very, really interesting point. And it makes total sense because, and they're just going to keep kind of trying to make ends meet at this point, you know? They're never going to blame themselves. They're always going to blame the little man. Kev says, Margiela hasn't showed a new collection since that artisanal collection last year. Right, but they say that he's going to do one more collection and then he's out. A big fat offer from Chanel, right, Cinnamon Roll? It's almost too epic to dream, says Patricia, right? Hi, how's it going, sweetie? Hi, Nectarine Man. If Chanel is a possibility, why would he renew his Margiela contract? No, he didn't renew it. He didn't renew it yet. He said he wants to go. He got to go. It's expiring end of the year or something like that. Yeah. Saga says, do you think Chanel will be forced to decrease its prices at some point? I hope so. But not anytime soon, unfortunately. Rich Mitch gave you a great shout out in his last live stream, says RN. Maybe you should do a collab. Oh, thank you, Rich Mitch. RN, we did a collab. RN, you should check out my perfume channel, Essentially Dacob. We did a whole live stream together, and we were talking about the top perfumes to wear to funerals. And actually, we did that video together as the king consort of England was not feeling so well, and he was kind of on his last breath. And we were thinking that he might pass during that live stream, but he didn't. But he passed a little bit after that. But we were talking about that, and it was kind of also connected to funerals. So it's a very interesting live stream about the London Bridge. Yeah, Debbie, you remember. In London Bridge, etc. Oh, really, Kev? I didn't know that. Kev says Margiela canceled the show this September as well. Okay, so is he going to do another one? Maybe he's not even going to do another show. Nectarine Man says, that's what I'm saying. If Chanel is a possible renewing, his Margiela contract would be a crazy thing to do. No, because he didn't renew it, in fact. After the layoffs of the ladies in Atelier Chanel, I doubt Galliano want to be there with Lena. Maybe he has his own conditions that include something. Maybe he has his own conditions. Chanel old accusations and Galliano old drama would be so gaggy. It would go hand in hand, though, Oshidi. Talking about Chanel, you guys, did you know that Chanel was banned in Germany?
Oh my God.
Yes, a little tidbit of information for you. Oh, those Germans. So what they did now is on YouTube, the lawmakers, they wanted to block a certain YouTube channel that was, I can't say the word on YouTube, but it was a bad channel. It was a channel that was promoting stuff, bad stuff. And so they wanted to block it, but they they brought it into law and they had to write the name of the channel. But by accident, they misspelled and they wrote Chanel. So, so now the Chanel YouTube channel is blocked in Germany. It's illegal in Germany, basically. Yes, it's an accident and they're going to rectify it probably soon. But until they rectify it, technically in Germany, Chanel's YouTube channel is illegal. We'll go. Allegedly. There you go. Oh, what a hoot. Oh, those Germans.
Chanel!
Maybe John Galliano is a bacon.
Chanel!
Hi, Lynn MW. Good morning. Moses, hello, Dacob. Hi, Mo S. After the way they did Virginie dirty, what would make the new creative director think that she wouldn't suffer the same fate? I think the difference is that the character. Virginie is very under the radar, so it's easy to bully her around. Allegedly. But Galliano is not that passive, you see. Yes, Galliano has become mellow after his scandal at La Perle in Paris for reasons, obvious reasons, but he can be very outspoken if he needs to be. You can't mess with him. And behind closed doors, he will throw a Naomi Campbell tangent at you if need be. So he's very much, you can't mess with him like with Virginie. And also Virginie, she done had hers already, 40 years almost at the brand. One of the heirs of Karl Lagerfeld. She's in her 60s. Maybe she just wants to retire and spend some time with her kid. Like, we'll go. I wish she wouldn't retire because I really, really would love to see her design also stuff for men. That would be amazing. Fingers crossed. I hope she does that. I would support her, but let's see. If the artist isn't inspired, says Shop Queen. Cecilia says, Galliano has deleted all his Instagram posts. Very similar to Jeremy Scott. I wonder why. They're all hoping. I'm telling ya, why would he delete everything? Yeah, Debbie, big personality wouldn't take it. I agree, you guys. Nectarine Man says, good luck trying to bully Galliano. He's a South Londoner, after all. Oh, yes. Honey, and those new lips, allegedly new lips, they will slap ya. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Stanley. No, Galliano ranting Chanel might give him an advantage. David Marr. Oh my God, that is so brilliant. David says, Galliano announces he's allergic to bacon. We should all announce that we're allergic to bacon. I mean, Kev says, John will probably force Lena to have tea with his doll while they negotiate his contract. Oh my God, Kev, you also watched that documentary, didn't you? Like outside of Paris, that little house, little cottage that he has in nature with that creepy 20s doll sitting there. He's like, this is my best friend. She's always there with me. I'm like, okay, girl. I mean, I know I have Chucky. Okay, well, like, we'll go. John will probably force Lena to have tea with that doll. Yeah. Vivian, oh wait, Virginie Via is so elegant. I completely agree with you, Holly Grace. Galliano was really drunk and perhaps drugged up when he had his rant, allegedly. He was. He looks like he has changed, like Cruella after the therapy. Just keep him away from Big Ben. I mean, yeah. If he stays sober, he can rule the world, Yeah. Yeah, the doll gives you the creeps. I know Lena eats that bacon sog. Mahora. Why was the doll naked? I don't know what she did. I mean, maybe he just had a little sunshine with the doll in the garden. So late to the video and chat. Galliano for Chanel. Oh, faints. Oh, Mrs. Lovely. Hi, sweetie. How's it going? Thumb up the live stream, you guys, while you're at it. Yes. No, I mean, yes to thumbing up the live stream. We are not sure if Galliano is going to Chanel, but why would he quit Marta Margiela at the height of his inspiration? That last collection he did was like, it ruled the world, literally. I mean, that collection gave me hope again in fashion. I mean, seriously, both makeup and fashion and setting and styling and even the ratchety music,
This is like butter.
Butter. Yeah. Yeah. RN, Galliano's being a ventriloquist with that doll. Oh my God, Sandra, shut the front door. Galliano Chanel bags. Just, it's on a whole other level. Cecilia Brown, living in France. So convenient to work at Chanel, right? Yeah. Oshidi Galliano, the raging hetero. Well, he can play whatever. He will never have a moment in Margiela again, so I can see why. Well, what do you know, Mahora? I mean, he can top himself. Look, he kept topping and topping and topping at Dior, and who's to say he can't do it at Margiela as well? Listen, Chanel. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, Chanel. I know you're watching. Cause I know you're watching, and I know you're always so sneaky, and you like to lurk. But you're watching. Your people are watching. Hi, Chanel people. Okay, I know you're watching. I'm doing the market research for you. Yeah? IYKYK. If you know, you know. And you know what we want. It's your move now, baby. Oh! I just cracked my neck again. It's your move, baby. Nothing is off the 2025 bingo card at this point. Oh, Debbie, don't we know it? Don't we know it? Mahora says, I'm glad he can top himself. The stretchiness of it all. Somebody honey. Saika says, I love the dry down of Coco Mademoiselle Intense. It's so pottery and cozy. Somebody once said that's the hookah perfume. I think it was Willem from RuPaul's Drag Race in an interview. Shop Queen says, Balenciaga ironically didn't sack the Devil after their scandal. Oh, what a travesty. What a travesty, really. Yeah. Yeah, good day, Bruno. Thumb up the live stream. There you go, Holly, right? The bunker has spoken, says Lynn. I love the Velociraptor. I love that you have blue. Is that blue and Delta? Oh my gosh, I love me some Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. Ace says, I just hate Fendi. They need to stop trying. Why are they taking over great designers? Fendi needs to stop trying, I agree. And certain content creators need to stop buying. Dacob, who would be your 3 picks to go to Chanel? Well, not to brag, but yours truly could handle it. Thank you very much. But me aside, definitely John. Yeah, you know what? Virginie Viard. I want her back. I want Virginie back. And number 3, I would want one of the head seamstresses of the haute couture maison, of the haute couture atelier, to be given the artistic direction of Chanel. Because one of those older ladies that have been around for decades, like, to bring it back. And I would tell her, I want you to turn Chanel into like a historical brand, like museum, archival collections. So either one of the ladies from the haute couture atelier, or John, or Virginie Viard. For now, those are my choices. You know. Oh wait, Kev said something. Let me scroll up. Kev says, The Delusion. Kering confirmed its support for both designer Demna and CEO Cedric Charby, citing the brand's prior era of success and positive signals. I can't with them. I cannot stand Balenciaga and the people supporting it. They did humanity dirty, in my opinion, and I do not forgive them, and I do not forget. And they're canceled to me. Demna gots to go. If Balenciaga wants to have another shot, at it, as far as I'm concerned, he has to go. His whole team has to go. And that whole gross thing they call fashion, it's just vile. Don't like it at all. And it's not even edgy, you guys. And don't think oh, you're just old, whatever. Just, move on, Grandpa. No, I understand very well trash couture, and I understand anti-fashion. Been there, done that. It's been done a gazillion times. And the thing is, it's been done a gazillion times better than what Demna is doing, really. It's just, oh my God. Really do not like him, or his fashion, or his brother. Both of them. Just gross, in my opinion. Anyway. Mrs. Lovely says, my favorite collection was the Austrian Métier d'Art 2016, and I think Galliano could top that. Oh, of course he could top that, yeah. You like the Austrian Métier, yeah. It wasn't, the Austrian collection wasn't Métier d'Art. I think it was just Cruise, or a winter collection. Wait, was the Austrian stuff a Métier d'Art? I can't remember anymore. Maybe it was Métier d'Art. Hey, Chanel, give Dacob a super chat. Right, Kelsey? Kalia, thank you. Yeah, Chanel should send us a super chat. The least they could do, all the customers I brought them. Seriously. Mahora, yeah. I know. You had to. Nobody's perfect, though. Sibylla says, it's a shame that Balenciaga, with all its legacy, ended like this. Yeah, I agree. A says, both Dolce and Balenciaga made their comeback and cleaned themselves up by putting the Kardashians in front. Says a lot about who they are and what they stand for. Oh my God. Yeah, but guess what, A? Guess who else was front row? Guess where else the Kardashians were front row at? Guess. The Kardashians were also front row at Marta Margiela. So, and I said that in my review, and I said, oof, that was terrible. Why would they invite them? Oh my God, JJ, I know, the Margiela. Anyway, Heaven says, no, definitely wasn't edgy. They could have done so many other things to be edgy without using kids. That too, for sure. That is like principal reason why they're canceled. But even before the whole kids campaign, it was just terrible for me. Shop Queen's like, I love Fendi. Sorry if I disappoint. I love old school Fendi. I love the Zucca pattern, but I don't like what they're doing lately. Oh, Lynn, it's a bit too early to say. I would have to think about what I would like for his first collection. Not so sure. Martin Margiela did amazing anti-fashion at times. Love him, says Nay, right? The way Balenciaga decorates their stores like the basement of a heavy goods warehouse is just not fun anymore. No, it's just so obsolete, isn't it? Very démodé, darling. Very démodé. I love and have 2 city bags pre-Demna, but don't feel like I can wear them still. Yeah, Claire Barrett's. Well, heaven, no, apparently they're not over. The Kardashians seem to be still quite in. It never ends, does it? Mrs. Lovely, Paris Salzburg, 2014-15 was a métier d'art show. Chanel, my mistake, best ever. Fabulous, darling. Cinnamon Roll is like, with Fendi, I'm still in the Carlito era, which was like a long time ago. Oh my gosh, that Indian wedding was insane and disgusting. Which one? I don't want to know. Shopkeepers of Dacob, can you do an artist unite with the Chanel Atelier seamstresses? Would be epic. I'm sure they all signed non-disclosure agreements, so I don't think they're allowed to talk. I'm speculating here only. Nadine says, with Galliano's past, do you think people would be able to separate his personal past drama from the artist? They've already done that with Margiela, haven't they? Yeah, Debbie, Art Lovers Unite. I have one more thing to say. Somebody ordered food, like with the delivery service. Where is it? That's TikTok. Oh my God. Somebody ordered food, seafood, a TikToker. Tanya Ray won. And, well, the food was delivered, but she had concerns about the sanitary state of affairs, you see. You understand. Because, well, she got the food delivered in this Shein bag. Shein. The seafood was delivered in a Shein or Shein, however you want to pronounce it, shopping bag. And I mean, trying to. Y'all. Talk about fast food fashion. Oh, Mahora says, oh, I saw that one, LMAO. When she played a Punjabi song on her Insta stories, but the wedding wasn't Punjabi, and she was like, oh, this is an Indian, right? I don't know who you're talking about, you guys. The Ambanis, they are amongst, if not the richest family in India. Everyone and their mother attended that wedding. Oh, okay. Kev says, probably returned by Bethany. Oh my God, Bethany Frankel. I mean, she is amazing. She is in her own world, seriously. Oh, haha. That's how they serve food in East Oakland sometimes. I would not eat out of that. Was the food hot? Yeah, the food was hot. I would not eat out of that. Was the food hot? Yes. Tina says, clickbait. I don't believe that one. Oh, Tina, interesting. Maybe it was. Maybe it was fake. But Definitely worth a little tiny mention because it's entertainment. And entertainment, as we all know, always wugos. Polyester and fish, yummy heaven, right? Is this sustainability in fashion? Is this what the brands are telling us these days, that they're sustainable? Like sustainability, like Shein uses, like sends their used bags to restaurants to reuse the bag for food delivery. Is this what sustainability has come to today? I want to know. I want to know. Support your local businesses, says Mahora. Chemicals of the plastic leaching to the food. As the Italians would say, che bontà. Yummy, yummy. Hi, Rosanna Navarro. Chemicals. Oh, I read that one. But hi, Rosanna. But I read the comment. But hi, Rosanna. Delish. Delish. Saika says, I mean, we already have microplastics in our blood anyway. Yeah. Mrs. Lovely says, throw some pasta in a pan, honey, and call it a day. Think the number of collections are the opposite of sustainable. Yeah, 10 collections a year. A girl filmed her grandma freezing chicken and meat in Shein bags. Well, if it's your own Shein bag and you wash it, clean it, and do what you would do, I don't know. I still wouldn't do it, you guys. I don't know what sort of chemicals are in that bag. Allison says, it's the middle of the night here and I gotta get to sleep, but this is so funny. Aaron says, since it was well, Allison, thank you so much. Some of the live stream. Aaron says, since it was delivered in Shein bags, does that make the food Chinese food? Steph says, seafood delivery is already sketchy on any day in my area, much less in a Shein bag. Heaven says, oh my God, those bags are like more than plastic. Like, look, indestructible. Bear of Luxury says, hello, my beautiful. Haven't seen that gorgeous face in a while. Oh, Bear of Luxury, thank you. Thank you. Welcome, sweetie. I took a crazy test for California Food Services. Don't eat if it comes in a Shein bag or any plastic bag that's not certified. I don't know how a plastic bag can be certified for hot goods. But anyway, some of them apparently can because, you know, some of the foods you buy, they come in kind of wrapped in plastic and they're like microwavable within that plastic container. So also kind of dubious, but hey, it is what it is. Is this the new sustainability? Reutilizing Shein bags for food delivery. And I'll leave you on that cliffhanger. And just like that, well, almost just like that, I actually have one more thing that I wrote that I wanted to read to you, which is kind of funny. Remember, we started the show talking about the Olympic Games and how athletes have to, well, some athletes are resorting to taking off their clothes on certain websites where you pay to see. So I wrote this text and I want to read it in my best Carrie Bradshaw voice, which I can't really do a Carrie Bradshaw voice, but. And I couldn't help but wonder, has something shifted? Are Olympic athletes becoming the minimum wage workers of the modern day sports world? And is having a profitable OF the new equivalent of winning the golden medal? Cue in the Sex and the City music. Thumb up the live stream and thank the mods for keeping your booties and mine safe. Hit it, Bubbles.
A special thanks to the mods in the fashion bunker. Debbie, it's a sultry Asian, Nicole, Gloria, and Terry. Bubbles loves you.
Shane Stainability, Mahora. Shane Stainability. Aaron says, I kind of want to eat out of a Chanel store bag. Don't we all? Don't we all? Oh, look at all the hats. Yeah. I love you too, guys. Thank you for all the hearts. Oh, man. Thank you. And I'm gonna say we'll go. I'm gonna say we'll go.
Would go, would go, would go, would go, would go. Would go, would go, would go,
The hair, it's everywhere. I'm going to put my fish and chips in a Chanel makeup delivery box. Oh, Mrs. Lovely, you got the makeup, the little sandwich box that Chanel just issued now. How fabulous. This pink reminds me of a living ferret. Hit it.
I'm living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret.
You living ferret. You barfing ferret. And then you dying ferret.
Dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret.
Let me take a sip of water. Listen, Linda, let me take a sip of water.
Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda.
I've lately really been feeling the Listen Linda song. Like that's the one that hits the spot. But then like when I think of it, I always go like, oh my God, the Listen Linda song. I am obsessed. And then obsessed starts.
I am obsessed. I am obsessed. I am obsessed. Oh, oh.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Did you guys have a good time today? I hope you enjoyed your time in the fashion bunker. Dacob, giving you look good in pink. Have you tried rose gold jewelry? I have a feeling they would look great on you. I don't like rose gold jewelry. I like either gold or silver, or well, platinum silver. But rose gold, don't like it. Don't like rose gold. I don't know why. I don't know. As jewelry. Baby Yoda, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda gonna come for you. What you gonna do when baby Yoda come for you? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when baby Yoda come for you? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when baby Yoda come for you? What you gonna do when baby Yoda come for you? Okay, hit it, Bubbles.
Ciao, 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 ciao.
There you go. He always has his moment in the sun, doesn't he? He always finds a way, that little rascal. What can I tell you? Oh, hey, is that it? Yes, it's been over 3 hours, you guys. I hope you had fun. This was our midweek live stream. I'm wishing all of you a wonderful continuation of your week. I hope you did have fun. If you did, thumb up the live stream. And if you are part of the rewatch crew and you've made it thus far, please help out the Fashion Bunker by commenting down below the timestamp for when a new topic begins and the title of the topic. And that helps me later generate chapters for your viewing pleasure when you rewatch it later on. Thank you, Terry. I hope you feel better too. Feel better, Dacob, and have a great rest of your week. Thank you, guys. Hope to see y'all soon this coming weekend. Don't forget, Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons get access to the pre-show, which is a special live stream in the green room where we get ready for the main show. And what happens in the pre-show stays in the pre-show, honey, as we always say. And then after that, we have the main show. And also don't forget that until the 26th, which is just in a couple of days from now, yeah, just one more day to go, or 2 more days to go. Almost 2 more days to go. Until the 26th of July, you get 20% off my merch with the coupon code HEATWAVE20 at www.superdacob.com. That's www.superdacob.com. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a good night. Have a good morning. Wherever you is, whatever you does, whatever you goes. And until next time, well, never forget to never give up on love. Bye.